Banang.
Yeah, happens.
You have to forgive us. But welcome to another edition of the In My Opinion podcast.
Come on, let's go.
We are here to give you a weekly dose of vitamin E, and that is edutainment. And this week we are live and direct.
For sure.
No slip-ups. Anything we say, it goes out. What do we do?
Yeah, there's no slip-ups, man.
I'm your boy Sukali, a.k.a. Melinda the Fourth.
DT don't talk, just listen, aka designated driver.
It's your boy Uzoma, and the other Uzoma is a counterfeit. You can tell by their outfit.
Calvin Klein's gonna come sponsor you that one.
Trust me.
That introduction was crazy.
Crazy, eh?
Crazy.
And it's your boy Brazvilles, the one and only crazy thing. Yeah, put it out with everything. Yeah, ciao.
I am listen,
Brother.
We're gonna get into some crazy things today.
I'm happy to have brother here, man.
Definitely.
For you, I'm
man.
sure
Brazvilles.
I'm honored.
Brother's journey,
here,
man.
man.
Yeah, he's
For me, I'm
done well,
honored.
man, brother.
Big journey, man.
Proud of you, man.
This guy has been a very big supporter, by the way. When we were away, you know when he had the FOMO?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't with us on holiday.
Like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I just went on live last night. You man missed out. Da, 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 da.
But we used to have good lives.
That life was lit, though. Yeah,
That's what. But you see, you see little things like that, yeah, play a big part in this industry that we're in, because
Facts.
that's how we were able to match our energy. And when he messaged me, as soon as I see a message coming from Uz, I knew it was time to work. Ask him. There was no hesitation. I said, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, man.
I love that, man.
Like, yeah, I'm there.
Nah,
Yeah, cool.
love,
Monday,
man.
yeah, no problem. I put it in my calendar. I got an alarm for the day before.
Come on.
I knew Monday I was there. Cool.
Yeah,
I made sure everything was patterned. Monday I'm here.
Mashallah, we
appreciate
appreciate
And
it.
that's how. That's the community I'm trying to build. That's the vision that
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
let everyone see, that no matter the following, no matter what you're doing, if you're doing something right, there's nothing wrong with the people above you trying to help.
Facts.
Yep.
And to me, it's like, I don't even, obviously I can't deny that, yeah, you might have more followers than someone, but I don't even see it as being above someone. It's almost like just further along the journey.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
Because
course.
people do look at it that way, like, oh, I can't reach to them, man, because they're above us. No, man, we're just a bit further along the journey, but there's nothing wrong with bringing you along.
It's literally because you got to look at it. You're having your time, or you've had your time. My time's coming.
Facts.
So what's wrong with me sharing that time?
Yeah.
And locking in and doing things. That's one thing that we lack in the UK. A lot of people like people's posts and content,
Yeah.
but the support's never there.
Yeah. They
It's
see
never
you
done.
and act like they don't know you, innit?
Like, do you know what I mean? And that's another thing. But you could get 10 likes on a post. You can get 15 likes on a post. But one thing I say to people when they message me in regards to content is that even though you might post and get 50 likes, imagine one day you're walking on the street, 50 people run up to you.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot.
How overwhelming would that be?
That's a lot.
That is a lot of people, bro. So you need to understand that when you're getting the 1,000s and that is a success. Because you wasn't getting that 6 months ago.
Facts.
3 months ago. So it's a ladder that we're all trying to climb. But people think that there's no space for anyone else to climb. They're up there.
There's space.
Do you know
Bro,
what I mean?
when we started, I remember, sorry, I'm just trying to sort out all this
Yeah, that's
YouTube
fine,
broadcast, but when we started, I remember they said, podcasting, free black guys.
Yeah.
Nah, you man, there's no point. You lot are wasting your time. There's already like the dominant podcasts out there.
Yeah.
Women will like take away their mics, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know what it is. Maybe because we've been locked in since secondary school. We just said, nah, man, let's stay the course.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And look where it's taken us now.
But one thing in life, that I've realized, you never know unless you try.
Facts.
Yeah.
And whatever you try, if it doesn't work, there's another door to open.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I
I mean,
think one good thing with us as well is I always just say to people, like, it was therapeutic for us to do this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? We enjoyed this. It was a getaway. We enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah.
And we're also having real conversations.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even about, we want the likes and then da-da-da-da-da. Do you know what I mean, innit?
It's just genuine.
Exactly. And then all of this kind of just obviously came with it. Like, boom. Do you know, and we're here.
But I think for us, that was, you see in life, sometimes you have to have a goal in it or a plan.
Yeah, plan, yeah.
So we came into this thing with the intention of actually benefiting the community in it, basically.
Of course.
Like even the type of topics we talk about is more to empower the community, do you know what I'm saying? Bring awareness to like topics that are not really spoken about. So I think we had that already from the beginning. We're like, we're not gonna come on here to bash anyone or try to get views off of someone's trauma. Or, we never was on that from the get-go. So I think we just always thought that's the goal. We're gonna stick to that, and we've stuck to that.
Yeah.
You know, there's bare times we sit here like we talk about it all the time, where we feel like the man them could have been in a way different level if we was just like doing bare negative stuff. You know, it goes in it like
100%. Yeah, of course.
Sometimes being positive, obviously the reward is gonna be massive,
Yeah.
but it takes time, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
But
course, it always takes
you
time.
have to stand for something.
But
That's how I see it.
That's
yeah.
the same. That's the same thing with me and
Yeah.
and content. Like, one thing I live by a rule, and that's longevity.
Yeah.
So it could be content, it could be business, it could be whatever you're trying to do in this world. You need to understand the fact that you're not going to start something and a bag of money is going to fall in your lap straight.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a journey through bumps and
Yep.
rocks thrown at you and whatever. You've just got to try to force your way through that, because you need to look at something. For example, I started TikTok in Norway,
Wow.
not monetized. So all the views I've made, I haven't seen a penny
Really?
from that. I'm not monetized, yeah? But
What,
now
you mean
let's...
right now, you're not?
Yeah, right now I'm
Because
still
it's
not
from
monetized.
Norway,
Yeah, because I started it in Norway, so that's not a monetized
Norway.
country. But then again, I could have gone 3-4 months, not seen a penny, and gave up. But then I kept longevity. So now if we look at it from a different point of view, the money I would have earned from TikTok and the connections I've got now is worth more than the money I would have earned from TikTok. So imagine now I didn't
Yeah.
carry on because I wasn't seeing any money,
Money,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah,
only in
yeah.
it for the bag,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
stopped. I wouldn't be in
Yeah,
this position.
yeah.
We wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So that's a rule that I want to put out there to people to understand that longevity is the only thing that's going to get you far in life.
Longevity.
Nothing's
yeah.
going to come straight away. Like, it's impossible. It could be business. It could be you opening a restaurant, trying to find customers. It's longevity. You got to stick at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because nothing's just going to happen. And one thing that we need to understand as well, yeah, is that it's hard because we're doing something that everyone does.
Yeah.
So you need to find a way of standing out.
Yeah.
That is the most difficult
Yeah.
of it all.
Yeah.
So you need to. So with what you lot do, it's very authentic.
Yeah.
It's boys that have come into men now and that have stayed friends and just talk about real life stuff and
Yeah.
how positivity
That's a
should be,
good
how
summary,
energy should.
man.
Do you know what I
Well
mean?
done. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
that's
how you just got to look at life, man. That's when people ask me what kind of content you do, I haven't got a name for my content, but I can tell you that my content puts a smile on people's faces.
100%. Yeah.
Over smiling.
100%.
Depression and mental illness is real.
Very real.
Yeah.
And
You know?
I wanted to ask you as well, even in terms of that, it's so crazy you said that, because that's where my mind was going, is like, how do you come up with what you're gonna talk about? What's gonna happen on that day on your content?
You see with my content, yeah, it's more like my day-to-day, me being me off the camera. But now I'm in front of the camera.
In front of the camera, right.
So it's more like, okay, like for example, I done a video today about how hot it was or whatever.
Yeah, in the cab.
But it's just me being me. I had a conversation with the taxi driver, but just
Yeah, no.
being authentic
Just putting
and just
in
being like, so with me, I just want to show that it doesn't have to be you copying someone. There's a lot of people out there that we don't know of that have talent
Yeah.
that can put so much brightness into this world, but they don't want to do it because of the backlash of the internet and the comments or whatever. So one thing that people, if you're watching now, when this comes out or whatever, it's not going to be something that you start and you're going to gain 1,000, 3,000 followers straight away. You're going to get comments from people that haven't got a life. That's all they do.
Yeah, trolls.
But you need to understand to manage that and block yourself away from that. If you can block negativity out,
You're good.
winning.
You got to stick to it.
Shout out Julia
winning.
Cox. Shout out Fundele.
Fundile.
Yeah, from South Africa. Shout you out.
Queen of
yeah,
Joburg.
yeah, and I think I was talking to someone about this last week. Like, bro, I can't remember what I was talking to. I don't know, Muggsy, or anyone was there. Like, I was like, yo, if you're gonna do anything in this life, if you have to think about what people are gonna think about you, you're done. Like, forget about that.
I was in that boat.
I think we all are.
I was in that boat.
So how did you come out? Like, how did
So
you get what got you to that point where you just didn't care anymore? And just
Even when I started TikTok, I was still in two minds about posting what I was posting on TikTok on my Instagram. You see, Instagram is more old school friends. It's more intimate.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like Instagram now has become what Facebook was.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
exactly
you know what I'm talking
that.
about? Yeah,
exactly that.
yeah.
So for me, I was even in like, bro, my friends have been telling me for years, Brads, get on social media. But you see that pride.
Trust me.
I ain't getting in front of a camera. Nikki,
This guy here. And I'm glad we're going down this road because we're going to address this today.
No,
but yeah, go on.
like this, I'm not doing that. You think I'm sitting in front of a camera or whatever? So when I started doing 1 or 2 videos and I said, all right, cool, this is going somewhere, I started getting more comfortable with the camera. Once I started getting more comfortable with the camera, after about 2-3 months, bro, there's nothing you can tell me.
You can tell me.
Whatever I record, you see my content, if you go through all my videos, there's nothing edited. Whatever I record, there's nothing.
That's what it is.
That's what you get.
It's all that, yeah. And I feel that a lot of people don't even understand that in this era now, because we're in a social media era, people are so used to social media now, they can tell if you're bullshitting them.
Yeah.
Like, so you being yourself and just putting that out there unfiltered is what people love about you.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly that.
But my brother, not everyone on this podcast is themselves. Don't let them capture you.
What do you mean?
A lot of people on this podcast that just...
Why do you
Name and shame, innit?
Wait.
Yeah,
While you're saying what you're
There's a lot of people on
saying,
this
your
podcast,
fingers is coming this way.
A lot of
Is
people
what I'm not
on this
understanding.
podcast, yeah, that keep a part of themselves
Away.
private. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Away,
They don't put that, but they watch others expose themselves, and then they'll laugh at them.
Bro, who we
You know what
talking
I mean?
about, bro?
And then
Name
they'll
and
go
shame.
to other
He's talking
podcasts
about me,
and draw them
fam.
out and be like, "Oh,
Because
remember what you said?"
He's
Yeah, no.
He's
You see
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
me. He's talking about.
There's certain man on this podcast, yeah, that bring their unfiltered, unedited selves and vulnerabilities. And then there's other people that bring their best foot forward.
You're leaning to the left, though.
I'm leaning to the left. Can you see how I'm leaning?
Yeah, I can see
Like
that.
Fat Joe.
Yeah.
I'm leaning
I
back.
just said lean back.
No,
Not lean
they
to the
said
left.
inside.
Oh, like
You said
Beyonce.
lean back.
Like Beyonce. Yeah, to the left, to the left. Yeah. But no, everyone has their journey. So maybe in time, I hope my brother will
And you know what it is?
will open up more.
No, but I don't mind this. Like, I don't mind you doing this, putting me on the spot, because yes, I do struggle with. Cause maybe, do you know what it is? I feel like genuinely what I think like it is, and I'm gonna use you for this, right? I feel like with a lot of these things you've been through, you obviously you're not finished, you're not there yet, but you've been able to address things, like to go over things. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And you've been able to either come to an understanding of why some of these things have happened, and you've made peace with it. So you're in a position to share it, and you're able to share it in a real way. I feel like a lot of the things I've been through, I've not dealt with as much as I should have.
yeah.
So a lot of them are still kind of lingering and unresolved. So me putting them out there is almost like I'm only doing it just because, these man are doing it. I feel like I need to do something. And I can't do that. So for me, it needs to come from a place where if I'm going to put that message out there, it needs to come out well structured, and people need to be able to benefit from it. Do you know what I'm talking about? They need to be able to feel like, oh, you know what, I can relate to that, and you're giving us something that we appreciate. And that's my reason why,
One thing I will say, that's a very good point, because the way you've described him in the way as in like, the way you've dealt with your situations, you've got an explanation if anyone was to ask you on how you resolved that.
Yeah.
But if he comes out with that, there's nothing to say because he hasn't resolved it.
I haven't resolved
and
it.
he's come out with it for the sake of coming out with it. So where do you stand there? Are you fake or are you real?
Okay, brother, I hear you.
Bro, I appreciate that, because
And do you know what I
that's
mean?
my point exactly.
And that's how you got to look. That's
my
how-
point exactly.
But I respond to you this way. Sometimes in speaking about it is where you find the healing.
Yeah.
Because
you're
the way
right.
I know my brother, we can be in this same spot in another 10 years. Because he hasn't really got anything that's pushing him to actually face those demons.
Of course.
A lot of the things that I've discussed on the podcast, although to everyone else it might look like I've healed, the healing came from talking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But then again, people, we're all different.
No, I hear
We
that.
have
That one
different
is
ways
true.
of healing.
That one is true.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? So we're not all, you could heal by talking. His way of healing might be a whole different way that it can't be shown. That's just how he is as a person. You understand? So with this thing that we're talking about now, we're all different in so many different ways that we deal with things differently. So when it comes to the most important thing is with what we're doing now here, we're speaking out. So the people that we're speaking out to, they want to know more. So when they come to him to wanting to know more, he has nothing to say because...
But, and I'd even go a step further, yeah?
what I mean?
Remember
That's
I
the
told you,
point.
look, but even some of the little things I'd bring up about, remember I was talking about we had a DV episode, and I was telling you lot, and I shared some of the stuff like I witnessed my mum go through.
Yeah.
Even that, I was telling you guys the other day, man
Yeah,
got
the family.
backlash,
members are not
crazy. And it's like, you're trying to see, and it's so
That's
crazy
true.
because you're growing up, yeah, in the terms of like, and I always say to people, we have to be very careful because two people can go through the same situation but have a different outlook.
On how
if
it
you're
went
standing
down.
on the right, you're standing on the left,
Yeah.
there's a possibility that you're seeing different things in a way. Do you know what I mean? So how I might describe that situation might not be how you see it. So you know, and I told you, Lord, what came off of that. And that's the reason why I felt, for me, a lot of things I felt like, because those things are still very fresh, a lot of them anyways, and a lot of them are still kind of lingering, and there's other people involved. It will come back, and because it's not been resolved, it's hard for me to just put it out there because then I'm just, I don't like messy. I don't do messy.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do stuff, it's gotta be clean cut.
Yeah, clean cut.
And that's the reason why sometimes, obviously, don't make it seem like I don't share anything. I
Nah,
do
I'm just
share stuff.
teasing.
I know. I
glad.
do
I'm glad
share.
I've
No,
drawn
but
him
I'm
out
glad.
today.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. I like.
yeah.
No, that's fine. I like that. And that's the reason why. Yeah, I would share certain things that I know that. Okay, yeah, cool. This one, I've been through, I've done it, I'll share it. But for sure, like, bro, everyone, you know what everyone calls you. Like, this
What they
guy's
call me?
lived like,
100 lives.
you lived 8 lives, now you got one more left, right? But it's like, this guy's, even sometimes on air, we still get shocked by some of the stories about, oh, I went through this. Me and him will look at each other like, raw. Yeah. We've known this guy for over a decade. We don't know that this guy's been through this.
Bro, that's
Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing as well. You see with me, if you see Brazvilles, you're thinking this guy is always laughing and
Yeah.
You're like a happy guy.
There's-
It does, yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
it does,
background that no one knows about. So I moved to the UK at the age of 8.
Wow.
And I lived with my aunt. So
Yeah.
I didn't have a mum and dad.
From where? Where'd you move from?
Portugal, sorry.
Portugal, yeah. Okay.
So I moved there to the UK. My auntie and my uncle that I was living with, there's nothing I could say. They done everything they could.
Oh, that's
like, do you know what I mean? Like,
This thing coming up.
I love them from the bottom of my heart to an extent where they were my parents.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? They done everything, but it just got to an extent where, you know what, as a kid, and the area I grew up with, like the area I grew up in, getting mixed up in certain
Madness,
things that I
yeah.
shouldn't be. But what kids would do? Do you know
Of
what I
course,
mean?
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
trying to buy this trainer, trying to buy
Yeah.
this. The money's not there,
But you gonna find a way.
but I'm gonna find a way. Do you know what I mean? So people need to understand that everyone has a story.
Yeah.
But it's how you tell that story.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's how you tell that story, but some people might not get comfortable to tell that story. And as for me, my story hasn't come out in a way as in like, okay, why is Braz always happy? Like, does
Yeah, yeah.
anything go wrong in this guy's
Yeah.
life? It does, but there's a way and a time that I will tell that story. Do you know what I mean? To show others that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Do you know what I mean? Because if I was to say this story, which I will get into, you'd think, how?
How is it
this guy's
possible?
always smiling
Yeah,
and
yeah.
laughing, and you wouldn't think like this.
That's
Do you know what I
deep,
mean? So
yeah.
4 years ago, we opened a restaurant, and that was for my grandma.
In the
And
UK
then
or
in the
Portugal?
UK in Bournemouth,
Yeah.
and she
Bournemouth?
passed away with
Oh,
COVID.
Bournemouth, lovely
she passed away
place,
with
yeah.
Oh,
COVID.
sorry to hear that.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Thank you,
man.
bro. And then after that, her sister died. So you know,
Oh, man.
in our families, like there's always, you got grandma, and then you got that one auntie, which is the auntie that you go to when grandma's trying to beat you for being naughty.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you got that
yeah.
safety.
The cool-
There's
the cool
always-
auntie,
There's
yeah,
always
yeah,
the
yeah,
auntie that
yeah,
saves
yeah,
you,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
that was my grandma's sister.
Yeah.
So a couple of months after, she passed away. So I was going through a dark period to where, well, she's drinking and that. I'm thinking, like, where do I go from here? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then this is where the journey started for social media. I remember this day, September the 3rd, 2021. I packed my bags. I said, I'm leaving the UK. I went to Norway.
Sorry, why Norway?
I had family there, and that was a place where I could go and know I can start building straight away.
Yeah.
There was a job, everything was good to go.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went there, built, started working or whatever, and that's the day I picked up the phone.
Okay.
I picked up the phone, I started recording, and then the rest is history. If it wasn't for that move,
We might not know you.
any of this wouldn't have happened.
I feel like what people fail to and I'm so glad you're sharing that, is like a lot of people also don't understand that sometimes there's like a motivation behind what pushes you to do something.
Why is my... Oh, sorry.
Are
keep
y'all
going.
all
My phone
right?
is still connected. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of malfunction today. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Innit? Like, people have a story, and more time, that's the motivation that's pushed them into doing whatever it is they've ended up doing. What would you say you have a motivation as to why you're here? Because I remember when we called you to say, hey, we need a final member because me and this guy are about to dismember each other. You know, you was like, oh, because I remember your response like it was yesterday. You're like, oh, you know what? It's crazy. I've been thinking of getting back into, you know, so it made sense for you. What was it that pushed you? Because you said you was already thinking anyways of getting out there.
So at the time, we had Carpool Combo. So that was a show we used to have on Snapchat.
Okay.
Where we used to drive around and have conversations.
Yeah.
We would have monetized on Snap.
But
Now
we were ahead of our time.
Oh,
Because
man.
we were doing so well.
There's so many people ahead of their time.
Yeah, we were doing so well.
There's
And then that ended because we just used to argue a lot about who's driving.
That's content.
Yeah, but at the time that was not
At the
content.
time,
I'm just saying. When we're speaking about ahead of the time, that is content.
Yeah, now we don't know that now.
Do you know what I mean?
So then after that, we had another podcast, the 5-2, and that was like with 7 people. We filmed one pilot, never came out, that ended. And at the time, I was heavily into content creation. I was modeling, I was hosting, like I was proper like, I really wanted, like I told you that show that I went on and stuff. And then my brother died. He got stabbed, he got murdered.
Sorry to
and
hear
I
that.
just, thank you, but I just gave up on everything, bro. Like I didn't want nothing. Like you, I went into my vices, drinking, smoking,
Bro,
whatever.
nothing.
You did, you know what I mean? Because you've lost purpose.
It was
innit?
like, okay, I stopped playing football. I didn't want to do the stupidness I was doing on the streets or whatever. It was like, but then I looked around. All my friends, they're doing well, man.
That's hard, isn't
Like,
it?
you see, I looked around and all my friends, till this day, they've supported me. You see me, I can ring my friends.
Yeah.
I can ask for whatever. My friends have got my back.
Sick.
But you know what switch turned on? It was that I want to be in a journey where we can all go on holiday. I want to be in that journey where I'm coming and they're looking at your friends and saying, yeah, your boy Braz is doing this thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy that we're always supporting.
The
You
hindering.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you wanna, like, bro, bro, your boy Braz is doing his thing. Like, now, man, them call me, yo, my teammate. Bro, Quizzy Fingy and that, like, you know what I mean? They're happy to say, yeah, that's my boy.
that's
the
my
same
guy.
way I'm happy to say,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
yeah,
boy.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that was for me. I was like, nah, like, I need to show my friends that I'm capable of doing something. Even though I'd done something that at the age that I was at the time, it could have been, I could have went and bought a Rolex.
Facts,
And flew to Dubai and lived life. But I said, you see me, my family means so much to me, which is what I do this every single day. Even though I'm not seeing the results just yet, but my family is what I do. Like, you see me, I want to give my family a life. Like, I want to give them, I'm not saying they ain't got a life now, but
Of course.
I want to treat them.
You have a vision of how
you know what I
you
mean?
want to
Like,
see
yeah, I want to send
things
my
you want them to
granddad,
have.
because my granddad and my grandmother were still together.
Wow,
So that's the only reason why we closed down the shop, because at the time, my grandma was meant to move to the UK. That was her shop, Linda's Cookhouse. So she was meant to do, the menu was all hers, all the foods that she used to cook back home, everything was on the menu.
Sick.
So, but my aunt, Xenia, which is my dad's sister, she came over to start helping me because she's equivalent to the same cooking as my grandma.
Yeah.
So she was doing everything. She showed me how to do some stuff. So I was cooking some of the stuff while we was dealing with the situation with my grandma back home. So, like, you see my family, like, they're so powerful. Like, no matter how dark it is. Like, you see my uncle, like, he could go, and at the time he was about 21, 22 when he started looking after me.
Yeah.
So he was still a young adult trying to live his life. But he put me first before anything.
Yeah.
Did he have any other siblings?
No kids. I was the only one.
you're
But
the only
at the
one,
time,
okay.
he took me on because obviously I was misbehaving with my aunt, and she had her own kids to deal with, kind of thing. So, like, what they've done for me, like, bro, even it wasn't buy me a Lamborghini or buy me a house. It's the little things.
The little thing.
The hot water after school to have a shower. You know them electric. You remember the electric?
yeah.
When it says £1.99, you know you've only got a little bit of heat and a little bit of water. The shower's got to
You
be
can
quick.
have that.
Yeah.
But that's his last change. He's gave it to me. I've gone to the shop. I've put it. Hot shower. Sometimes we've had cold showers.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? So everything I do to this day, like, even if I show you my thing right now, yeah. Let me show you. I'll read it out to you now. My 22 years. Is it 2 years? I'll read it out to you now, which is 2020. So both my New Year resolution. One of them was finish my family home back in Cape Verde. brand collaborations, open up the shop again, my grandma's shop, and give my family the best life possible.
That's
nothing on there is to do.
It's about you.
Yeah. Wow.
That is what I wake up every morning wanting to succeed for, is my family, bro.
That's amazing. Let me go and delete my New Year's resolution. My shit was all about me.
I feel like every week, yours all about you.
Mine was all about me. Get this money.
No, that's all right. Do not keep that. Because remember, we had a conversation about you. Always wanted to save the world.
Yeah, I do. I
had a conversation
am a
about
firefighter for the world.
Yeah, trying to save the world.
But I can really relate to you because my mum died when I was 6. And then my dad, top gallist, was just flying all over the world.
Yeah.
Couldn't take care of me, whatever. So I eventually, he shipped me to Uganda. But when I came back, I moved in with my auntie.
Yeah.
She was married at the time.
Yeah.
And at that time when I moved in, she had yet to have a child with her husband.
Yeah.
So it was me. She moved me in. My other cousin who lost his mum. My other cousin who moved from Uganda.
Yeah.
Her son from a previous marriage. So, and then my brother. 5 boys, 2-bedroom house with your new husband.
Yeah. Man.
And I always feel like we were probably the reason that led to her divorce.
Yeah.
Because my man just got married. He wants to live in his happy matrimony, bro. He wants to be, do you know what I mean?
Of course.
But now, his wife has just moved in 5 of her
kids,
of her brothers and sisters' children. Do you know what I mean? Eventually, they had a child of their own. But I feel like by that time, there was no enjoyment. You can't even enjoy that new baby because you've got all these 4 of us. We were bad boys.
Bad boys.
We were bad boys. Police were coming to that. Do you know what I mean? So now when I look at her, I got so much gratitude.
Yeah.
Because she said, I don't care about my marriage. I need to look
sacrifice.
after these children.
Yes.
And just like you, like aunties and uncles, raise, man.
Like literally, that's literally like, you see my dad, even like, there was a period with my mum's side of the family, because I went to live with my dad's side of the family. It only got to about, when I was about 18, 19, I started to realize, like, I was in a period where I don't want to speak to my mum. Like, I started getting older. I ain't heard from, do you know what I mean? Like, why are you coming to call me now, kind of thing. And then as I got older, I started to understand that as an adult, you go through things. Things happen in life to where, for example, I couldn't stay in Portugal with my parents. I had to move to the UK. There must have been a reason for it. So as I got older, I started to understand that it's not my mum's fault. Whatever happens. Do you know what I mean? So as I got older, I was like, nah, I can't sit there knowing that my mum is still alive. And for a lot of people, that's not the case. And I can't sit there and not appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's impossible. So I started getting, it was difficult. Like even like, for example, my uncles and that will tell me, ring your mum.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't ring.
I hear it, bro.
She'll ring me, I'll be like, whatever, kind of thing. Like, kind of, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I was still hurt in the fact where was you, like, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And then as I grew older, like now, she's like my best friend, kind of thing.
That's
you know what I mean? Like now it's like I'll ring her, we get on FaceTime, and then I've got 2 little sisters and a little brother that I recently made up with as well. All because of
that
not
reconciliation.
not speaking or whatever. So things are going well. Do you know what I mean? Like it's been I won't say dark, because the life that I've lived growing up has made me the man I am today. You can throw me in a jungle, I will survive.
Yeah.
You can throw me in a jungle. I'm telling
facts,
you now,
man.
I will survive.
Are you sure? Because there's some jungles I've seen.
I'm telling you.
No, I know
I'm
exactly
telling
what
you,
you're
bro.
talking about. And I feel the
Snakes
same
and
way.
pythons and-
What do you know about not having a frying pan? You got your beans. You put your beans into the plate or whatever, and you cook your scrambled eggs in that bean pot, in that little bean pot. You put it on top of the electrical cooker. It heats up. You got a fork that you.
Man,
put
come
on
like
top
some
that.
what's that thing they used to do? Camping shit. That's some camping. Yeah.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah, Bear
bro.
Grylls. Some camping.
Year 11, year 12. What you know about coming home? Your house is, the council's boarded up your house.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's a mad one.
A lot of people don't know about that. I'm telling you, I will survive. So everything that happened, I wouldn't say I'm glad it's happened, but I don't mind it, because you have made me the powerful man I am today.
Yeah.
Everyone gets dealt different cards,
No,
and I feel like
you know what I mean?
there's a lot of people that can relate to not having a relationship with their parents. I was one of them, because my mum died when I was 6, and my dad was just with different women and stuff. I always felt like, where were you?
Yeah.
To the point where my dad and I were living together at one point,
Yeah.
and we walked past each other in the corridor.
Yeah.
Like, and I told these man, it was so bad that I used to piss in bottles.
Yeah.
Because my dad's room was opposite the toilet.
Yeah, you didn't wanna go.
I didn't want to go, so I pissed in bottles just to avoid.
Just to avoid
'Cause I
seeing.
hated him so much. It's not until I had children
Yeah.
that I understood, bro. No one's born a parent.
No one's
We're all winging it.
Yeah.
Let no one lie to you. Doesn't matter how many books you read.
Everyone's
we're winging it. And don't get me wrong, I know there's some bad parents out there. But my dad wasn't a bad parent. He was just someone that just thought he was doing the best that he could.
And don't understand as well, as kids, we don't have the capacity to understand whatever's going on because they're most probably struggling to pay certain bills, but you wouldn't understand that. So they're having to do this and that. But as a kid, you're thinking, why is my dad like this? Or why is he always angry?
Or why is he not
you don't know what he's got. It's only when we become young adults that we
start going through stuff.
Yeah.
Is when you also start going, and then it's so, like, you know, I'm glad we're having this kind of conversation because me and my cousin, and I know he might pull up at my house because he's a bad man and try and come and beat me up for this, but
We're not backing it, by the way, because he's a very strong cousin.
I know, but it's cool.
Uzi will back it.
I'm gonna talk about it. But it's like, yo, like, he's been going because you said I don't share, so I'm sharing.
I said share your stuff. No, not video stuff.
You know I'm good at it. You know I'm very good. I'm very good at sharing
other people's stories.
Yeah, I'm very good. No, but this affects
go
me.
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, but it's like, you know, he's been going through it, obviously with his mums, and there's been a lot. And that's why I try to talk to him, and I'm trying to tell him, bro. I said to him, because I'm like one of the oldest cousins in this country, anyways. But in Nigeria, I got cousins older than me. But in the UK, like, yo, and I'm trying to tell him, I feel like God put me in your life for a reason. Because I got other cousins here as well that I'm older than, but we're not as close. But me and him, we're close. You know, I've been there from when he was younger, started doing the badness. Like, I've always been there trying to wrap my hands around it, my arms around him, like, nah, because what he's going through, I've literally been through. So I could see, and I'm like, yo, I know how you feel and what you're going through. And it's like, and that's the reason why I've been talking to you all these years. But you aren't getting it the way you should. And that's the reason why you continue to make the mistakes you're making. And that, you know, like the point you made, and that's why I feel like it's so amazing because we both were born in Nigeria, both me and him. He's younger than me, but we're both born in Nigeria. But then the thing is, I'm much older than him. But what I went through back home, I went through a lot of abuse back home. So, to your point, like, it made me who I am today. I wish I never went through it. But at the same time, the kind of person I am today, I'm like, you know what? I'm seeing some other people behave, and I'm like, I'd never do that. And I'll start to attribute a lot of things that, because of the harsh way I grew up, it kind of prepared me for life, innit? Whilst I feel like he didn't have that. So he's able to act out here to the maximum when he deals with certain things. And I'm just telling him that, bro, God put me in your life for a reason because you're going through stuff that I went through here, especially relationship with your moms and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's the reason why I'm always talking to you. But because you didn't have the kind of discipline and the stuff I went through, you don't have that. And that's why you're kind of a bit out of control. And that's why I'm always saying to you, bro, listen to me. And so the point you're making is something that I know a lot of people out there would be able to relate to, but some people wouldn't. Until they've gone through stuff.
100%. 100%.
We started podding straight away. We didn't even break the ice. Nothing.
The
moment I met this man outside, like, yo, boom, I've just been gaining knowledge, like, instantly. Like, this is a very intelligent man.
That's
man,
how
for
it
sure.
is, man. That's how you got to be. And when it comes to education, for me, I'm not the smart. I've got no GCSEs.
Oh,
sick.
I've got no GCSEs.
Give me both.
Sick. No, three us.
You got GCSE, man. What you talking
I got like a just like a handful. No, don't compare to my man.
Don't try
Why
to
you bringing me this? You had a lot of G's. Don't you mean you only got 9? You smart, nigga.
I said you only got 9.
Bro, most people got more than 10, bro.
By the way,
look at the guy say, I only got 9.
Not
Am I being bullied for having GCSEs right now?
Yes, bro.
That is what's happening.
By the way, not saying that it's cool not to have GCSEs.
No, it's not
School's
cool.
never cool.
Stay in school and study.
Cool.
But what I'm trying to say is,
never
like we all say, everyone's got their journey. But when it comes to the education side of things, I'm not the best at it.
Yeah.
But life.
That's where you are.
Street university, bro.
Nah, 100%,
real
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's when I can sit down and talk to you and do. I might not be able to do the algebras and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But life, like real life, what actually happens on this earth, we can sit down and have a conversation. We can survive.
Uzi, do you think you're ready for this this live streets, like you said, he's ready. Do you think you're ready?
What streets is
He
that?
just said when me and the real life stuff, because you also said you resonate that you're not a school guy as well.
But I can have conversation about life though.
No, but are you ready for this life
What do you
stuff?
mean? Of course he's
I can have conversation
I'm
about
talking
life.
to
But what
Uzi,
are you
bro.
talking about?
I don't want him to chat back. I want him to chat back.
I don't
I've
know
seen
what
life.
vendetta.
brother.
He's got. I
there's
know he
something-
has.
I don't
he
know
has,
what- I'm
he
not-
has,
I'm not
he has.
mixing.
He has. He has.
I am
he
the
has.
victim here.
But we can no, bro.
We
can all see
This
what you're
how it
trying to
goes,
do.
yeah.
I'm the
Because
victim
remember,
here.
he's been saying he's trying to get me for a while.
Let me tell you something.
on, talk to me.
You've just found him here. Very endearing. It's fake news, okay? I don't even know why he's coming his best dressed because this is not how he dresses every day. to the
Yeah,
pod.
he actually swagged up today, you know.
swagged up today. I don't know who
Yeah,
you're
when
trying
I
to
saw him
impress
walking,
here.
I was like,
Dude,
what's-
look, what is this? Saucony? Huh? I've never
I've
seen
got
this
them,
before.
and they're better than Asics.
No, they're
They are,
cold.
they are.
I will not take away from it, but I've never seen them
You've never seen
until
them?
you've come here.
Oh,
You know that's Sakoni.
No, on him.
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
He
walk
launched
backwards.
it today. He knew Brazil was coming.
Brother, this guy is here to impress you, but when it's me, we go on other people's podcasts. He'll bring all my secrets out.
no,
Yeah?
I can't lie. I looked
Huh?
and I said, "There's no homo, but this man dresses. He's
Fake news.
he does. Yeah.
Why are you doing me like that? What's this?
Listen,
Is it because you're coming suit?
He did his own dressing yesterday. Chikali did his own yesterday.
It's a
He
lifestyle.
gave them cream to match.
Cream. And today he went blood.
Then he
gang.
gave them Gucci trainers.
Yeah.
With his Maggie.
What drove you to wear all red today?
Bro, I just
He
said,
brought blood.
Yeah, look at
told
that
you,
Red
look.
Sea.
It
when
showed
my
you that
hair
he's
is not
And it's
done,
my
look,
blood that he wants.
I'm back in pain.
Pain.
That's
fine, but
And
don't
you-
please.
and
Don't
you-
take my
Blood
blood.
No. You already started the war, so
How
just know what
have
it
I
is.
started
Uzi,
the
can we
war?
break the ice, please?
Oh,
so
okay,
we can
sorry,
actually-
brother. Let me break the ice.
break the ice.
It was broken already, but let's...
You think I was trying to get our brother to talk because he hasn't spoken.
To be fair, you had
Bro,
no.
I've been listening
You
to you
should
guys,
have left
bro.
that.
He should have left
It shouldn't
it.
have got- you should have
I
just-
understand why, but I also
No, I hear it.
there's context.
Look, Braz, he's trying to get me,
Yeah.
bro. Me and
I'm not
he's
And at
trying.
the same time,
I'm not
you've
gonna
made
get
him
you.
look like
He
a
said
man that can't speak for himself. Which
You
is,
see, you made him seem like that. Exactly.
you know what I mean? So,
Whoever believes that one,
You know what
they'll be
it is?
fooling themselves.
Brother, I've calmed down a bit, bro.
yeah.
This guy
That's
was
the
a
thing,
wild you, bro.
Like, I've
And that's
calmed
why I
down
don't
a
like
bit.
him being quiet.
Yeah,
That's why I'm trying to
what
bring
it
him
is
into
with me
conversation.
now,
I don't
I'm
like him
listening
being
to them,
quiet.
innit? I'm saying there's a lot of more listening. Like, I try not to too react to something that I don't feel like.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we
just
need
like-
Don't forget,
reacting
No,
Uzi.
the
something
thing I
like
need to-
this,
you know
there's
what I'm saying?
always is
Yeah.
input is always good.
No, 100%.
It's always
bro.
wanted.
They know when I got something to share, I will share, bro.
I even
Trust me.
share the nothing.
Even exactly,
Share
man.
the
See,
nothing too.
you intercepted my play.
No,
Okay.
what you were chatting about, that you weren't gonna get him to chat.
Wow.
That he's outside.
This
you not see him.
Yeah, I can't believe you hate
I'm
me this
inside.
much, bro.
I don't hate.
All right, brother, listen, yeah?
I
Okay, cool.
despise you.
Tell us. Because I know you're a very fashionable man, yeah? So tell us,
Go on.
what fashion trend from back in the day do you think we need to bring back?
Ooh, that's a sick one. I like that.
You know, this fashion we recycle now, a daddy.
Okay, cool.
Back like it never
What's
left.
back?
Everyone's wearing a daddy now, innit?
Oh yeah.
Remember it
And
was
true
back in the day
religion.
thing.
And
True
true religion.
religion,
I saw
bro.
some people wearing true religion.
That's mad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
Religion's
seen them.
coming back. Oh, Harachis have come back as well.
Yeah.
Harachis have come
But I
back.
prefer the off ones that they're not bringing that one back like that. The low things,
What the?
the low tops. You know now they're bringing back the high tops.
Nah, the low tops are dead, man.
Which?
What?
Oh, the one with just the laces.
Yeah.
No
What do you mean they were
Velcro.
dead? You know
Those
the
are my
low top
best.
Harachi?
Those are my best. Remember the one without the Velcro?
No, they're dead. No, they're dead. I don't like them.
But you know the one I'm talking about.
No, they're like
No,
low
they're
ones,
the
low ones.
high top
The
ones.
high, the
high tops ones are
cool.
cold.
But obviously, for us back then, it was the low top one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's
the
what
low
I'm
top
saying.
ones, yeah.
Back in the day, but I wouldn't bring them back.
Yeah.
One trend, I would say, I don't know if I'm gonna get the name right or wrong, but is it Ferragucci? The
Is it Ferraducci?
with
Whatever
the,
they're
with the
called?
free
Oh my
designs at the front.
forgot
The,
about
Yeah,
that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Is it not?
the
what did
Beckham
it
lot
look-
started wearing it first. I think
Is it
it was.
Ferraducci? Yeah, I knew. Yeah, Ferraducci.
them.
I knew it was that.
Bad
Yeah,
boy hats
yeah.
with the free designs at the
Ferraducci,
front,
Yeah,
the
I
plastic
know, but
design
yeah,
at the
they
front.
were cold. They
What
were
hat? Was it a
alright,
hat?
It was like a hat. Yeah, like a hat.
Yeah, I remember. Oh,
I can remember that name, bro.
Cold.
I remember that
Coldest.
still.
Coldest.
Oh man, you don't remember them?
You don't remember? They were all
No.
black and they had like a plastic bit with like three square and they had like each one had like a design on them.
Ferraducci,
You don't
yeah.
remember them?
Bro, I can remember the name, but I
this
can't picture
thing.
it.
Yeah.
The South London thing.
You remember that one?
Wait, do you know up in South London?
It's Woolwich, bro. Across the water.
You're lying.
Swear.
Woolwich, yeah.
Swear down.
Burridge Road, yeah, man.
Wow.
No, this is not what I had in my mind.
I went Blackie Blue Coats.
Swear.
Black Blue Coats.
Yeah, bro.
You don't remember these?
You don't remember
Black
these?
primary school.
Coats, that's
I went Wood Hill.
Wood Hill.
In Woolwich
Actually,
Dockyard.
you're younger than
Oh,
me.
you were fully Woolwich,
And then I went
innit? Wow.
Foxfield in Burridge Road.
But
Woolwich.
you got to remember.
Yeah, that's where I went primary school.
Well, you went Foxfield?
Yeah.
I went Foxfield as well.
You're lying.
Yeah. What was her name? Miss, is it Miss Harper?
Oh,
no,
but
what's her
you,
name?
you're,
No,
you're
but we're
older than-
different.
Yeah,
I'm
different
5 years
So
old.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah, but I think she was most probably still there.
It's true, though. to a point.
Yeah, she was most probably still
Bro,
there,
you just
man.
get, bro, you're giving me mad. We went
Yeah,
to Foxfield.
Foxfield, yeah, and then they've changed it now. We had a little
Yeah.
concrete pitch at the bottom.
Yeah.
and
Were you
then
there when they was building the unit? And then we had to go. Actually, by the time you came,
The building would have been built.
would have been built. Yeah. That's
most
mad,
probably.
bro.
Yeah.
You're from Woolwich.
Well,
Yeah, so I
yeah.
used to live in what's that estate? That's opposite.
Did you ever
Tesco
used to
that
go
got knocked down?
to
In
the
Woolwich?
shop,
Yeah.
Barbara?
And then what happened there?
There was a shop there, literally like as you come down from Foxfield. It depends because you could have come out of Foxfield, go left. That would have taken you towards Plumstead.
Yeah, that's where I would have gone.
Yeah, you'd have
because
gone that
that's-
way. Yeah, so I would have come from Woolwich where and there was like an off license that I used to get my
Nah.
sweets from.
Wait, and then you went primary school down there?
Yeah, I went Foxfield
How?
with my mum. And then when my mum died, that's when I moved to my dad's.
That long ago?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is crazy,
Crazy.
bro.
Yeah, I went Foxfield
I've
primary
never
school,
met
man.
anyone that went to that school,
Yeah,
bro.
I went there when I was in year. I got kicked out in year 3.
They got kicked out in year.
You got kicked out of primary school.
How you get kicked out of primary
Nah,
school,
but
bro?
what is this?
You know why?
Yeah, go on.
Let me tell you, this is how bad that was. No word of English.
Yeah.
I came here, no word of English. So I've come with my badness already from Portugal.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say the slums, but you know what I mean. Like,
that's equivalent.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there. If I see 2 kids having a conversation, but they're looking at me laughing, I automatically think they're speaking about me on site.
On site.
What was the
Banging
Yeah.
up. Swingers.
Year 3.
So year 3, end of year 3, they
That's
said, yeah, this
funny.
kid
He can't.
That's when my auntie said, yeah. They used to call me Pompey. That was my
Pompey?
name. That was my nickname that my grandma gave me. Yeah, Pompey.
What does it mean?
Pompey.
Why did she give it?
Bro, let me tell you, the moving. So basically, I think this was what made me leave Portugal. But before I left, my uncle that started looking after me, he got kicked here as well because
Hey.
he was so bad. But at the time, he was playing for Benfica, one of the best football players.
did he?
Oh,
I reckon
sick.
if we all say it, if he stayed in Portugal, he would have been pro. But his behaviour, his dad said, yeah. My granddad said, yeah, you. So my auntie was the first one to move here. So yeah, cool. But I reckon what made it for me, I remember there was one, I was in, I think it was nursery. I think it was nursery or just above that. A kid done something to me. I can't remember what it was. I took him outside. I took him to the sand. I started putting sand in his mouth. I started choking.
What, in year 3?
No, it was at nursery, just above I think
Nursery?
yeah. And then
Jeez.
they said, yeah, this kid is, yeah, man. This kid is...
Yeah.
Oh, you're the bad you.
This kid, yeah.
Yes, I'm
Some
playing
fast
sand
then,
No,
in
bro.
but my dad could stop it. My granddad said, yeah, you got
It's
to
so
go.
mad that when we
That's
do
crazy.
badness, we get shipped to Africa, but in Portugal, you get shipped to London.
You get shipped to the UK, yeah.
That's crazy.
How mad is
But
that?
now they've changed. Like now coming to England's a myth now.
Of course,
Because don't forget, back in the day, if you had a family member here, you could move,
Move, yeah,
and
yeah.
live or whatever. But now it's
Yeah,
a no-go now.
Yeah.
But it's mad because I thought I was bad because in Foxfield, what I used to do, I used to steal toys.
Yeah.
From like we used to have our own toys day at school. Where
Yeah,
everyone brings
of
in
course,
their
everyone
toy.
brings in their
You know
toys.
them that day. What was Power Rangers when everyone comes together? It's called Mega Saturn. Is it?
Mega
Not Megatron, but when all the Power Rangers come together, they become something. I can't remember what it is. Nah, Ninja Storm, that's all new. Nah, they become something.
When they
all
fuse
merge.
together,
Oh,
yeah.
and they become the robot team. Yeah.
One kid bought that. I stole it. The next week, someone bought a Bart Simpson where you can pull it and it says, "Eat my shorts."
Yeah, eat my
Every
shorts.
week, because obviously I didn't have toys at home.
Yeah.
So every week I'd have to have lunch in the staff room until I brought the toys back. And because my mum was always working, traveling, they could never get through to her.
Yeah.
So no one at home knew that there's a thief in the house just bringing bare
Do you know what I
toys.
done? Do you know what I done in secondary school?
Yeah.
I was so bad, yeah. I said, cool, I'm always getting detentions and that. And you see me, I'm delaying getting home because I know what's waiting for me. At home.
Yeah. You know, when that beat.
Yeah, and don't feel like I'm living with a young uncle, so it's on site.
So
like
site.
there's no
Yeah.
talking or whatever. It's just straight in.
Straight in.
Yeah, cool, whatever.
Mad.
So I said, how can I get? If you're watching this, I'm sorry by the way. How can I get away with this? Because I am gonna get detention.
Yeah.
There's gonna be days that I'm not gonna come to school. There's gonna be days I'm gonna be sitting in the head teacher's office. They're gonna ring my parents, my guardian. I said, cool. I got my boy's mum at the time to write a letter. Took it to school. I changed the phone number to my number. So when I'm sitting in the head teacher's office, my phone's ringing in my pocket.
Crazy work. Where was your boy's mum black?
What?
Was she black?
No, she was like Moroccan.
I thought so.
Moroccan.
No offense, but I just do not see a black parent
Like Moroccan American.
allowing that.
Wrote a letter for me, cool, took it into school. I said, yeah, my parents, all the stuff's changed or whatever. Signed at the bottom. They changed the phone number on the system.
You're a bad guy, you know.
Detentions. What? Detentions where? Scrapping. Yo, yeah, head teacher's office, cool.
No problem.
Yeah, see you later. What? Cool. Parents' evening, all right.
Yeah, that's
all right. Parents' evening, no one's
crazy,
turning
bro.
up. No one knows the dates. Yeah, bro. I think my uncle come to one parents' evening, bro. It got so bad that I think I had to have parents' evening in primary school every other week, and then there was a reward that they put up for me. So if I done well the whole week and my parent come in, my guardian, my uncle at the time.
Yeah.
After that Friday evening, I'll get to go Blockbusters. You remember Blockbusters?
Yeah, before Netflix,
Yeah,
did it? Where you get the
Netflix.
movies.
So I'll go Blockbusters and I'll
Rent
get
a
to,
movie,
and I'll get
yeah.
to rent 2 movies, watch it kind of thing.
Ah.
So that's what got me behaving a little bit kind of thing. But yeah,
get the
man, my
goal.
childhood, bro, I was a bad kid, man.
Bruv, but we thank God for your deliverance.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
I thank God for it.
Thank God, man.
I thank God
and
for
I
it
feel
all,
like,
man.
a lot of them things just gives you more story to tell.
By the way, great stories. I mean, one day we're all gonna be worldwide legacy famous
Yeah,
guys.
man.
And we're gonna have great
Amen.
Netflix documentary.
Yeah, you have to.
You have another icebreaker, my boy.
Yeah, this
let me
that
was a good one.
That
That was a very good one. What's the next one?
Okay. What have I got for you again, brother?
The black family love kept family secret. Alicia Campbell. Okay.
Bring back East Street Market. By the way, East Street Market was dope. Even Wembley Market.
No, Meridian.
Meridian.
Remember
I've
Meridian?
never went to
You
Meridian.
never went Meridian?
Nah.
Yeah, for me it was Meridian and Wembley.
Meridian.
Yeah.
Remember the
yeah,
night
yeah,
tracksuits and the
Yeah,
110?
yeah.
Or
The
Shepherd's
110.
Bush Market.
Yeah.
Never went to that one.
Shepherd's Bush Market, you get an Avrex.
No.
That's how you
What
get an
was it?
Avrex
£25.
jacket.
The
They had
tracksuit.
one
Yeah, the
market in
trackies were-
Kilburn as well, remember?
With the big, you remember the big night ticks?
Yeah, even the AJ jacket.
Oh,
Remember the AJ jacket? Oh, the AJ
And you
jacket.
could flip, they're reversible.
Bro, the AJ
Hey, do you
jacket.
remember
the
the
AJ
era
jacket was
of
hard.
plimsolls? And jeans.
Yeah, but
Oh, that was like the Vans era. Like,
yeah, the
yeah,
Vans, yeah. And you get the plimsolls
And then the
from like
skinny
shoes on.
jeans.
Shoes on.
Shoes on.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember you lot. The first day I got my first pair of kickers.
Oh.
You man, I was grinding it
That
out.
was year
Wallabies.
11.
I was
Year
Wallabies.
11, yeah.
I want
£12?
kickers to
Yeah.
No, £8 I think they were. Wallabies from Shoes
They're
On.
very
Yeah, from
cheap,
Shoes
bro.
On.
And the fresh pair, but you know what? Football lunchtime.
Yeah.
They're gone
Easy.
within the next
I
2
remember my
weeks or
first
so.
kickers, bro. I
I
bought them
remember my
myself.
first pair of kickers. I got them. You lot.
That's
This
Jordans
story
right
hurt
there,
my
you know.
heart. I got them. 2 days later, they banned kickers from school.
Oh.
Is it?
2 days later, they
Bro,
banned kickers.
can
from
I
school.
say something? Sorry.
Certain
But
man
that-
were wearing Pradas,
that-
you know.
In school?
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
someone was wearing Pradas.
You're chatting rubbish. Who was wearing
wear
Prada?
It might have been Leroy, bro.
To wear
Nah, Lee was
Prada?
Dr. Martens, bro.
No.
Yeah,
like-
Leroy's Dr. Martens.
That's-
Yeah.
that's
I'm
even-
sure
that's
someone
even
was
that was even
Yeah.
big.
That's
I'm sure
easy
someone
as
was
well.
wearing
Yeah.
Pradas, bro.
No, but to speak on that point that you just made,
Yeah.
the kickers, they banned it.
Yeah.
Someone asked me the other day, what's your worst fear in life?
Yeah.
And almost instinctively I said,
That's the question I was gonna ask you. What's your biggest fear?
seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start off with mine,
Yeah.
yeah. My biggest fear in life, God forgive me, is winning the lottery, yeah? And then the rapture happens.
Really, that's your biggest fear?
Yo.
Can you imagine, yeah? You get the numbers, you've just won 100 million.
If that was to happen,
And then God comes to take you, and you're like, nah.
nothing was supposed to be for you, bro. You was meant to stay where you was, bro. There
That's
was
true,
no,
man.
there was no success for you, bro.
Bro,
You might even be blamed for rapture.
By the way,
Yeah.
Because
nah.
it's like, yo, God is like,
That is
not on this
insane,
lifetime.
Bro, can you deep it? Imagine winning the lottery and then God says it's your time. What would
That's
you tell him?
mad.
Would you be like, nah,
crazy.
brother?
Can't,
Give
bro,
me an
what, you gonna
extension.
ask him for like a couple days?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Nah,
bro,
man,
can
you
you
need a
go
year.
it?
You need
Imagine
a
like
year.
you've gone all your life and then you win it, bro. They're like, yes,
That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
spend it on this, and then boom.
you know the one I was thinking about? Imagine you're the only man left on earth and all the women are still there.
Oh,
That's a great thing.
You
you're
can,
the-
nah, that's great.
That
You
is
think
a
so?
Yeah,
that is a
that's
wonderful
goody.
thing.
Let me tell you why.
That's
See? I'm so glad you lot fell for this track.
No, you know why?
Because, go on.
Let me tell you why.
Go on, tell me why.
You can rebuild that world.
No, and I hear that, right? But let me tell you what's good. You're going to get killed, bro.
Why?
Let me tell you why. What's going to happen? You think...
Jealousy.
You think
They're gonna
these
be fighting for
women.
you.
But remember, all the women, you're the only man left.
Yeah.
Brother,
That's how I know you, man, were not trained in diplomacy.
in diplomacy.
For me, I was trained as a diplomat.
In what
I
sense?
know, in the sense of I know how to deal with foreign governments.
Yeah.
This guy
See
don't
me, I
even
got a plumbing.
understand.
I got a plumbing certificate as well.
How you see?
All right.
So I know how to deal
So
with
you know how
certain
to
leaks.
get through the leaks. You know how to lay the pipe. Good guys.
We understand each other.
I'm telling you, you lot are fooling yourself. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be a slave. Let me tell you what they're going to tie you up somewhere, and they're just going to be having their way with you.
You know?
Whenever they want it.
Nah.
I'm telling
remember,
you.
there's going to be
You're
old
not
women.
gonna be.
There's
Let me
gonna
tell you,
be.
you're not gonna be roaming around and be a king like the way you think you are.
Bro.
If there's any women in this comment, please tell
then
me
again-
what you lot
okay.
would do to a man that is the only man left alive.
Okay, but listen
I
to
want to
this.
know.
But now look, I'm gonna catch you out here.
Yeah,
Catch
go
him,
on.
because he's
If it's the
over-talking.
only man left, do you think they can afford to rinse this man?
That's what I was
and kill
going to
him?
say.
All right, let me
'Cause
tell you.
what do they do once he's gone, if he's the only one?
You're talking about logic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, DT, you're talking like men. What would men do if there was one woman on earth? That's the way you're acting. Women are not going to
I'm
be.
not-
Oh, stop.
So wait, you think there's going to be
let's all have
logic?
sex with
Wait,
him,
you
man.
think there's going to be logic here?
There's going to be logic.
All right, cool, no problem.
Can we
That's
get
what-
an input?
That's what I want. I want
No, because at this point the camera might as well just flip this way and then we just take it from there.
I just cut him out, innit? Just cut him out.
It's like,
I allow that draw out.
Yeah.
That is allowed.
right?
That is allowed.
That is a good segue.
Yeah, good
It's
question.
It's a crazy thing.
It's a crazy thing.
Bro, now I think there will be a level of like, they're gonna fight for him though. The
Yeah,
man.
they will
They
fight
have
for
to
the
fight him,
dominance.
bro.
Someone will,
They
like,
have to
someone
fight
want
for
to be
him
the queen bee.
someone wants to enjoy him to themselves. You know how women can
Of
be.
course, yeah, 100%.
They will fight for him, bro. It's gonna be mad. Just
Julia,
Yeah, but that's-
Julia, get involved though.
but
Julia, what
don't be
is your
crazy.
take on this
Yeah,
matter?
but what I'm trying to say, that's what I'm trying to say.
You're
to you.
not making
They
it,
will
bro.
fight for that man, but they have to treat that man like glass. If
But
that
I
would
think,
you
drops-
wanna be- would
that
you-
man might
if
even
that
jump.
drops-
That man might jump.
But you lot wanna
I
would
think-
you lot
I
wanna
think
be
he
the
might
only man
jump.
left?
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't want to do that.
I wouldn't mind.
My whole life's about purpose, and what better purpose can I get than serving all the women in the
You
world?
know what I mean? They're gonna need
This
you
guy
to do the
thinks he
manly
could,
jobs.
he could have one
Only
big
you.
conversation
Wait,
with all the women in the world.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll hear all their
only,
traumas.
only you can do the manly jobs now.
Brother.
But why are you
all
not
the
only
women-
looking at the
Yeah.
manly job?
The
There's so
world
much
still
more
needs to
that.
carry on, bro.
There's so much more to that.
They're gonna
The world
kill
still
you,
needs
bro.
to
I'll
carry
create
on.
communities.
What then?
I'll build families.
Yeah, like you build
So who's
families.
gonna be laying the bricks and all these things?
What?
Listen,
to
you got to
build
remember,
new
we'll
properties,
have
doing
children.
things,
Actually, that'd be
who's
mad.
doing the men
No, but I'll
jobs?
have kids.
Think about it.
Nah, once there's a way, there's a will.
Who's gonna fix
Exactly.
the pipes? Not those pipes, the real pipes.
My brother.
When they're broken in the houses, the pipes.
Well, you think women
Because I
can't
know
do
you
that?
don't want to fix the next pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you see, with this
We're
situation,
talking about real life pipes.
yeah, but you see, with this
Leaks.
situation, is the internet still working? Is the internet still
yeah.
working?
The internet is still working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once there's a way, you see that situation.
But to be
we
fair,
get to
though,
that. When
but
we
to
get
be
there, we
fair,
deal
in
with it.
that sense, though, like, I don't think they.
Bro.
But okay,
Who
when you
told
say
you that there's internet working?
But let me ask you a question.
Remember, the world, something mad.
wait, can I ask you a question?
Listen, something mad has happened in the world, yeah? And all the men have collapsed. But for whatever reason, you
Okay.
are the chosen one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let
and
me
you're
ask-
the only
let
man
me ask you a
alive.
question.
And all the women realize words are spreading far east, far west.
Sukali's
No,
over there.
There's one. There is one. Yeah, you
But can I
tell
ask you-
me.
okay, so
if
now-
this is
now
the
I
kind of
think I just
problem
had
you
a
want.
switch.
Tell me the kind of problem you want.
So when you're saying they're gonna kill this man, are you thinking he's gonna have to satisfy all of them? Or?
Thank you, because he's perverted. That's
No,
what he's
because
thinking
it's not-
about.
it's not
women,
about that.
women can
I
go
feel-
without that.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
Women can
you're
actually
missing
go
my
without
point.
that.
You're missing
See?
my point. I
But
feel
we
like
can't go
the
without it.
responsibility that's on you is going to be so mad, bro. Guys, wait. I think last I checked, there was 8-point-something billion people alive.
Yeah.
So let's just say the men. So let's say we make up about 45%, 40, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So now there's about.
Let me see your maths, because I can see you struggling here.
My mind can't even say it. Like, what? There's about what? 4-point-something billion. Yeah, women. And one man.
Yes. I want you to
And you
understand
don't think
something.
you're gonna be having a field there and be a king?
I want you to
All right,
understand
cool.
something, yeah, because I
Cool.
think this is a very good question, bro. Women are different to men. If it was men, we're gonna fight each other. 100 gorilla versus one man. We're gonna fight each other for that woman. She can only have one key. We won't just sit there,
Of course.
and allow the woman that we like, the only woman, to get run through by 4 billion men. But women, they'll build a council and be like, guys,
Yeah, this is how we do it.
this is how we're gonna do it. There's only one guy.
Look. Young Icon said, I agree with DT. The woman will kill the last man left.
Why are you only reading the ones that agree with you?
Yeah. Well,
Man
that's
like
true.
Mileage.
That's
Come on,
true.
Mileage. Thank you,
Listen,
my boy.
Anyway,
Rebecca said, the woman's perspective is that for a while, the only man will have a hard time until the first woman gives birth to the first boy. All right. That is a point.
this is what I'm telling you, bro. Let me tell you something. Women will work together, bro. They'll be a mother of the group. They'll definitely be a mother of the
That's
group.
exactly
He
it.
said,
Okay.
Julia said, I believe the women would fight for Sukali, especially the one who wants kids. Oh, wow. All right.
I mean, I do have super sperm.
VJ
I've
said,
heard.
sir, not all women can go without.
See, someone said,
They'll manage.
there's someone by the name of
manage.
Tete with Spanner as
They'll
an
manage.
icon next to their name. This guy is a tool. This guy is a real tool. It says the women wouldn't know how to share. I mean,
you.
I can't
I'm
argue with
telling
that,
you,
bro.
especially African women, they won't be like, oh, we want love. No, they'll be like, that's the man that we have left,
Yeah.
guys. Let's take
Yeah,
care
let's
of
take
him.
care, yeah,
Let's, you know
man.
what I mean? Let's not wear him out.
Nah, it's doable.
It's doable.
Oh wow! Somebody said half the women will be actually celebrating that majority of the men are
I've
gone.
gone.
That's crazy, bro.
Half the women will be
That's
celebrating,
wild.
yes.
That's wild.
Because you also got to remember, in those 4 billion, some are going to be lesbians. Not all of them are going to be straight. So
You
they're
think,
not going to want me.
wait. In 2025, you might have a point here. Do you think majority
women
will be
might
lesbian?
compromise.
I'm not saying majority, but a lot of them will be like,
Just
thank
that fist
God
bumping.
that
It's not fist bumping. No, sorry. I've always fist
And you
bumping.
got to remember that there's a lot of equipments that women can buy.
by the way,
Please, bro,
and
toys.
tools. Or not even buy cucumbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's so many women. I'm telling
See,
you.
another woman said every woman will want that one man. That's true, bro.
Nah, man.
Somebody said he will be king. I think this Julia person is talking about
The
you.
same way in this
It's
life,
about you.
we all want this and we want that.
Yeah.
We can't just go to the shop and get it. We
Talk
have
about
to
it.
manage it.
Manage.
We have to analyze the situation on how to
alright,
get
wait,
whatever we need.
See, you lot not
So-
thinking like human beings. Let me tell you why.
So
Let
what
me,
we thinking?
What we like dogs?
Bro,
Are we
yes.
dogs?
Let me tell you why. You lot are just thinking.
See, when I get on
Wait,
him, you are complaining.
I'm
now.
about to, let me finish. When I talk about that, you lot are thinking from a perspective of things being calm and normal. Bro, remember, just give you an example. Just a few years ago, there was a pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? Just a few years around the corner.
There was.
What happened the moment we found out that we might be getting locked down? Can someone tell me what happened, please?
What did
Can you tell us what happened?
Oh, you lot forgot so quickly. Okay, it's fine. I can tell you because every single supermarket was empty
Yeah.
of certain things.
Yeah.
That just tells you a normal human reaction. People panic and start running everywhere and buying out everything.
necessities, not penis.
You have become a necessity now. The moment all men are gone and you're the only one left, you are now a necessity, bro. People, before thinking, in moments like this, will first panic. And by the time they realize that, wait, hold on, we might need to think about this.
Yeah.
You're dead.
No, but listen,
You are in
but
the
what I'm trying to
ground.
say,
You're
that's
dead.
what I'm trying to say to you. But for them to gain what they want to gain from this man, they have to manage him well because there's only one left.
Do you know what you're thinking about here? You are thinking that, you cannot overpower these people. As a man, you're pretty much not a man. You're now a bitch, bro. Let's just be real. No, guys, let's just have this harsh conversation.
Crazy
innit?
thing.
If you're the only man,
want.
and it is crazy. Listen, if you're the only man and there's 4-point-something billion women, bro, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You are their bitch, bro. You're not a man in this point because what are you gonna do? You think you can kill all of them?
Why I gotta be a bitch?
I'm telling you right now.
Okay, maybe not a bitch, but bro,
One clip that's gonna do very well.
I hope it's for the right reasons, but nang.
No, but
telling
bro, you're answering to these women. You lot keep talking from the standpoint of view like you're going to be calling shots. You're not calling
But
shots,
then again,
bro.
you're saying we're going to be answering to these women. There's going to be certain women that are going to respect you highly. That if any of those try to do any stupid things, they're getting.
And hopefully they are the
you
Wakanda
understand?
type of women.
I get it.
Hopefully they're the Wakanda type of women.
You know what I mean?
They will be guarding you,
Let's
bro.
not
You know what I mean?
They're
So
the
you
Wakanda
have
type of
guardian
women.
They said they
angels
will
that
hide
will be like, you know
Sukali in their
what?
house, so
This
other women
man,
don't get
Sukali,
it.
look, see?
They said they will hide
Already
it.
people are talking about kidnapping you. They're talking about kidnapping you,
no,
bro.
but by then you have strong security.
Exactly.
Okay? I'm telling you, there will
Let's
be women
hope so.
that will not let a fly
Land on
That
your
is
head.
you. That is I like that point.
Land
Okay.
on your
I
head.
might not be able to argue that.
Mashallah.
You might become like a shrine. Like they just
There will be women
and then you end up
that
but then
will-
you might not want to be
So what I might do,
isolated
yeah,
though. Wait, so Brazzy, you'd want to be isolated.
What?
Like, because they want to isolate you in a room so nobody can touch you.
I am willing
innit?
to sacrifice my life for the good of the women of
For the
this
good
earth.
of the
Nigga, that's the reason why they want to kidnap you. Then look at you. This is the kind of shit you be saying.
So be it.
No, honestly, no. But no, speaking.
They will deal with you, you know,
No, but
because you're
honestly,
gonna have to.
you be king.
You're gonna have.
You actually be king.
You're gonna have. You're gonna have to be dealing with more than one at a time. So one on you, one sitting on your face. The things you refuse to like. You with your finger. One of them. Two fingers at the same time. Brother. Come. So this is your 5 fingers. One will set
Like bowling ball.
Bowling ball, man.
So it be like that, brother. One riding him. Another one sitting on it.
That's hilarious,
No,
bro.
you would be in
Bro,
big trouble.
because,
You
bro,
would.
You're in trouble, bro.
be in big
Think
trouble.
about it properly, guys. Think about it. You're in trouble.
And you know what? I think also it's
I feel like your first 2 weeks, you might be happy.
Yeah.
Bro, eventually, bro, you're like,
And you
raw.
gotta remember, I
This is a
think
lot.
it's all gonna be dependent on how energetic, based on the age of this guy
And one
that's
thing we're
left
forgetting
behind.
as well. Hey, but listen to this.
Because
age
he's
is
a
important.
50-year-old.
Age is important.
One,
Age
thing,
is
one
important.
thing that we ain't spoke about in regards to all of this,
What's that?
we don't know what country we're going to be in.
Ooh. What country am I allowed to be in?
what-
Can I
We
be in
don't-
Uganda?
You know what I mean?
What you mean? Oh, how convenient.
So we don't know what country.
Where
we're
would you
gonna
want to be,
in.
Braz?
Where would I want to be?
Yeah.
I would say back home, Cape Verde.
Hey,
Yeah.
who heard this person? Is that Paige?
What?
He said the world will be fine.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm telling
serious?
you, I think it would.
What, with no men?
Can I
no,
just say
no,
something?
no,
men,
that person with no men,
Can
bro.
I say something though? I've heard about Cape Verde. Your women love, I heard. They love to take care of men back down in Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Ruth
They
said
have
she
that-
wants to hide you in her house, in the basement.
Is that true about
Aina
Cape
went
Verde?
there, innit? He went to the country, innit? Cape Verde. Tayo Aina. He's like a travel blogger.
Did he say the same thing?
Nice. Like, I watched it, innit? It's
Yeah.
a nice country.
Nah.
Uzi,
I've
somebody
never
said
been,
here
but I
that they're
wanna go.
correcting
Never
you.
been. Bro, let's
You
go
said that
together.
women can. Somebody said not all women can go without. Oh, somebody said that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro,
one.
I want to do a trip to Cape Verde. 'cause
Cape
I've heard
Verde is
wonderful
nice, you
things.
know.
No, we can go. And obviously, like, if you don't want to organize, bro, we can. It
I'm
can
really
actually,
Guys,
'cause look, you
we're
don't-
doing this on live. Really? On live?
What?
No,
We're
no, I mean,
planning
as in,
this
like-
Cape Verde trip right now.
So we can hold accountable.
No, I'm just saying, like, in general, like, bro, the way we are gelling,
Yeah.
like, we can actually do something like that.
I think we should do it, man. I think
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah,
We need to go somewhere. I think
Yeah.
somewhere
In real life,
I don't
guys,
know
I
what the
just-
destination
IRL.
is. IRL.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
IRL.
No,
And
brother,
over
we're
there,
going somewhere,
and over
therefore.
there, the way you eat good.
Ah.
Mo estudar o cuca de pitel.
tchau,
See language.
Não tem nenhum pitel lá chamado cachupa. Não, este também fica aquele rafugado. Credo!
Como estás? Wow.
This guy.
When that man crosses his legs, you know what he was saying, yeah?
And use all these words.
Creole.
Yeah, Cape, what we speak in Cape
Creole.
Verde.
What, is that the same Creole as
No,
other,
so
like
there's
Haiti and
many
that?
Creole. There's many languages that they say is Creole, but it's all different.
It's all different. This one's
So
native
this is
to Cape
yeah,
Verde.
this is Cape Verdean. Yeah. Creole. Yeah.
That's good. You know how to speak the language.
Yeah,
though, even
yeah.
though you haven't been there.
And
That's
you
one
speak
thing-
Portuguese
that's
as
one
well?
thing I said to myself.
And
when I
English,
come
3
here-
language.
When I come here, there was no English at home. We made sure it was Creole.
It
or
was
not.
that
English.
sick.
Learn it in school with Miss Harper
Yeah,
and blah
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah. When you
Yeah.
come home, I don't want to go home. Look at my grandma.
And you can't
You're
speak.
right. Facts.
And do you see, we were talking about that the other day
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them lot
yeah.
that
Like, you're going back
You have
home.
to do that.
to have them special moments. But you've left there, come here, you've lost the language from over there.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that make? That makes no sense to me, bro. No matter where you move to, that you see that there, that's one thing that I do not agree with.
That yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That is
Well,
one thing
not
I do
speak-
not
what,
agree
speaking
with.
English at home?
No, as in like leaving your country to go into another country, obviously for a better life or
Yeah.
whatever, and just forgetting everything.
Forget
about what
everything
you know.
about back home.
And not
Or
speaking
where
the
you're
language.
from.
And then you go back home, you're looking at your auntie or your mum to
You can't
translate for
talk.
you. I don't agree with that.
Braz has a very good
And
point.
that's a good
I
point,
don't
bro.
agree with that.
Back onto this conversation we was having, yeah, language is gonna mess you up as well.
I don't agree with that.
You're gonna have women from China, women
guy's
from
not letting it go.
Indonesia. Yeah, like, bro, they're just coming at you. They'll be like, you don't know what they're coming for. They're coming for that thing.
I will
You don't even
find-
know what they're coming at you
I will
for.
find a translate. Like when the British had the British Empire,
You find.
every country they had a governor. So I'll get my governor.
Governor from there.
from China.
How are you gonna
That will-
communicate with this governor?
The governor will be someone that can speak English. now.
Multiple language.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna rely on the woman governor.
But there was one thing that
There's gonna be a
there's
woman.
one thing that I watched in I think it's Japan, when you walk out into like where they do the passport checks and that,
Yeah.
there's people there that speak every single language. They greet you in every single language.
but I
I think it was
believe that.
Japan. I think
It is
Japan
one of
or
those countries.
I think it was one of them countries there, but you see they're there ahead of time, man. You see the way they study. When they study time, it's study time.
Yeah, study time.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? That's a good point because, like another thing is that this country is like one of the only countries I don't give a damn about learning other language, bro.
Yeah.
Them I don't care, bro. It's just English. English is above
And a bit
all.
of French, maybe.
Huh? What do you mean?
School, innit?
No. But you need to understand. One
Oh.
thing I think is that that's just there for the sake of being there because it has to be there.
Yeah.
It's not something that they actually.
That's what I'm
want.
trying to say.
true,
Yeah,
that's true,
facts.
It's something that
Yeah.
is compulsory, so they're gonna put it on there. But it's not something that they sit there in their office and say, you know what,
be like, boom,
we
boom, boom.
have to make sure these kids leave the school learning
Knowing this
X, Y,
language,
Z.
exactly.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Know what I mean?
That's fair.
So
They don't care. They
Yeah, I
like
don't-
just English. That's it.
I don't
But
think-
you
like,
go
for
to
example,
most
Sweden,
other countries.
Sweden, Norway, and they speak English with you like
Yeah, yeah.
they will, like you're from the same area.
This is it.
Yeah.
Fluently.
This is it.
Like when I moved to Norway, I started picking up 1 or 2 words, but in my head I'm thinking, what made me lazy to learn the language is that
You can speak
everyone
to the
spoke
people
English.
there.
Like
Yeah.
when I mean fluently, I mean fluently, bro. Like everyone
there's
speaks
no urgency
English
to learn.
Yeah.
because they made sure that in that country, obviously, but then again, English is one of the most spoken languages
in the
around
world.
the world.
They
You
did
can
their
go to
thing.
pretty much 98% of the world. And
Somebody said, La Fancy Flower said, why DT always overthinks? Now we're starting to agree. I know, but
I love
listen.
reading comments that.
No, do you know what it is? But the
You
You
know
know
what
what
you...
it is?
I've
But
read
Tell us
comments.
what
I've read
what
comments
they're
for
good
everyone.
though.
Huh?
are the ones that say DT.
Yeah, that's the ones that.
They're the ones that they're the ones that you
ones
read.
not
No,
seeing.
I've read bay of you lot's messages. I've not read messages to you lot. There's people saying DT this. I've ignored them.
So can you tell us what this man is
Banange.
good for?
Someone said
Pleasure
DT
or
Banange.
procreation.
Who's
What
that?
are you going to be good for? The men.
I'll be
Obviously,
good
to
for
you and brother,
for
you
P
just wanna
squared.
stay in it.
For P squared. Pleasure and protection.
Okay.
Why can't it? What does it have to be? Or is and yeah. Tell them.
Yeah, I can do
about
both,
pleasure
Banange.
or protection.
Why not?
One man cannot protect 4 billion. You'll have to protect
But
him.
then again, that's what I'm trying to say. There'll be an army that you have around you.
Don't worry, man.
I'm telling you that you see that situation.
so that means that because you know why? That means there will be also an army of other women who are trying to get to you.
Yeah.
So
But
you
then
need an
again-
army to fight. So
I
now
feel
you're
like
gonna have
he's
women
really
fighting
buying
war.
into
No,
this
but then
dream,
again,
eh?
but then you got to look at it. No matter how big that army is, you're gonna have a bigger army.
Exactly.
You reckon?
Because you're gonna need more people. They have to protect you, bro. Don't forget, the ones that are building an army to come towards you are the ones that want you for a specific something.
Exactly.
The ones protecting you because they see longevity.
This guy has been in the
future.
field. He knows what
Yeah,
he's talking
I know.
about.
He's totally right.
That's why he's Army General.
He's right.
Lieutenant.
He's right. But where I'm just like thinking, I'm not 100% sold. Like you're
Head of
gonna
the
have
armed
more
forces.
army. I'm just like I don't know if you're gonna have more army. I can see the badge on his shoulder. Can you not see? I can see. But it's like I'm just a bit confused. Like, are you gonna have more army protecting you than the one that wants to take
I
you
pray
off?
you're not in this position, you know, because I think you will struggle, bro.
I know I will struggle.
You don't
but-
have the confidence of a man that can take over 4
I
billion
know I
women.
will struggle, but it's you lot that your confidence, like it astonishes
Because we've been
me.
in the trenches.
No, do you know what it
There's
is?
nothing we fear.
Do you know?
Huh?
You see with life.
Mm.
Life is not something that you play with.
By the way,
No
So you need
games.
to understand that life, you have to go with the flow and everything that comes at you, you deal with it accordingly. So when you deal with it accordingly, they see you deal with it accordingly, so they deal with it
They'll
accordingly.
follow.
what don't you
But there's only
understand?
so much that can flow out of a man.
I understood every word.
I hope God one day God just bestow this kind of challenge upon you.
Hey.
Because this boy, you sound like you can handle
Have you ever
it.
been? Have you ever? Huh? What?
And brother wants to be put in Cape Verde.
Cape Verde, yeah. We'll put him
We'll
in where?
manage.
Where would
Yeah,
you
we'll
put him?
manage.
Let's say
We'll
something.
manage.
Have you been circumcised live with no anesthetic with a razor blade?
You did.
That's
You
true.
think after going through that I can't go? I can manage anything. I sat there, legs open.
But you see me, I'm the man,
Huh?
I'm waking up and I'm cooking for
yeah.
my queens.
Come on.
You have to show them I appreciate you
So you're gonna
as
turn
much as you
one
appreciate
bread
me.
into 5,000 loaves.
Yes.
What? No, then again, but then again, you know what it is? They already wanted to cook for you. But then again, you show the gesture of waking up and going in the kitchen to help. that shows your level of interest.
I
You
might even
understand?
tie one,
so
two
you're
braids.
not just laying in bed, waiting for bed and breakfast. You're showing that.
All of this thing sounds like
No, no, no,
content.
we are showing
Yeah,
that.
all of this thing sounds like content.
This guy's saying
This
propaganda.
sounds like
I don't-
real work.
these are the conspiracy theorists. Eh? They don't want to listen to logic. Eh? Me and Brad will be there tying people's braids.
Yeah.
Eh? Doing crochet.
I'll be
There's
helping.
4.7 billion
We will
women.
tie them, there'll be timetable.
So you know, like women jealousy. So you're braiding this one, you have to braid my own. Bro, by the
No,
time
but
your
it's-
fingers would disappear. By the time you braid 1,000 women's hair.
But you need to understand, like we say in life in general, every little helps.
Thank you.
And every little is seen.
Well, I see what I've done.
Why do you want
now,
us to fail?
follow the same?
Why do you want us?
No,
you
no,
understand
I'm
this?
not. My
It's the
job
little
is
things.
to
For
poke
example,
holes in
let's
you
just say,
lot's,
for example, you wake up one day,
fantasies.
you got family round, your aunties are in there cooking or whatever. You know they don't need help, but you come, auntie, you need any help?
Auntie, you need help.
Just
I
you
see
know,
what you mean.
that's their business. You know when
you know-
aunties are cooking.
You know what just hit me though? Somebody that said earlier, yeah, just for the short time until the women have a baby boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you still have to wait like another 18 years now.
18 years now.
But these
Yeah.
don't sound like they're trying.
God forbid,
They're
man.
trying to have that baby
God,
after
God forbid, bro. I'm
Like
good, bro.
crazy.
Oh, you want some DT?
No, I'm
Man,
blessed,
I'm
bro. I'm
blessed.
blessed. I'm blessed.
Are we done with the questions?
Yeah, I'm done.
But we didn't hear
Only
what
two
your
questions.
biggest...
My
I
biggest,
said, what's your
biggest-
No,
biggest
biggest fear, yeah, he hasn't answered that. He hasn't answered that.
This man fears nothing.
I said this one was, but I don't think he
I
does.
don't think he fears anything.
my biggest fear, it's the most, it's death, man.
Is it?
Deaf.
You see that? I can't.
Him
Could
as
you?
well.
Could you be in a situation where you could be told the exact day and time that you're gonna die, and you?
And what?
If I slid you a letter now,
Yeah.
that's got your date and time
Of when I'm going to die.
of that. Would you open it?
I prefer the surprise.
It's got
element.
date. It's got date, time, where, and how.
No, I can't do that.
Hi. That one, now you've added too much, Pepe.
No.
I can't do that.
Because I could have done either or, but both is crazy. The answer to this question is probably no. So before I had children,
Yeah.
I didn't care about dying.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, I was like, I don't mind when I go.
Yeah.
But now that I have children, I got a purpose. Yeah. I want to live as long as I can, bro.
Like-
Just to get them over the line.
Yeah. Do you know? But you know what it is? Do you know when I say death? Yeah. I mean, as in like.
Yeah.
You know the stupidity ones that, like for example, you've gone and done something that you wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah, and then ended up in a mad.
My boy, let me
Yeah.
shout him out. Shout out.
You know what
This
I mean?
can't come out. Dammy. He calls it dickhead death.
Yeah, like
Dying
Yeah,
a dickhead
dying
death.
a dickhead
No,
death.
like,
yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Dammy's
What's an
word.
example of a dickhead?
That's Dammy. Like
Like
you
rock-
got eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
yeah,
As a
like
black
something
man.
that
Why you
something,
get eaten by a
some-
shark?
okay,
bro?
no, put it this way, something that was avoidable.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
more. Eaten by a shark, bro. Like, who chooses
Nah,
to be
that
eaten
is-
by a shark?
that
No,
is-
you're right.
you didn't have to
People
go in
get
that
eaten by
scene.
shark,
No, but to
bro.
be fair, I saw one of them you know them brothers that do free running?
Yeah.
And they'd be jumping from one building to another. The guy jumped, misjudged his step, and then
Fuck.
collapsed. And I'm like, your
That's a
family
dickhead
now
death,
have
bro.
to
There was one.
bury you.
So that's
There
a
was
dickhead
one-
death.
You know another one that's a dickhead death as well is the free climbing that people do.
With
When
no
they go-
parachute.
Oh, when they
Yeah,
go, no,
there's
no, nothing, no
just
ropes,
chalk.
no nothing.
Chalk
Chalk.
and
And then
adrenaline.
they go in between the
And
gaps of the
adrenaline.
building.
Chalk and
There's one French guy.
adrenaline.
Have you seen him?
No, but
There's one French guy.
Uh-huh.
When he's so high up, bro. Yeah, he done the Burj Khalifa. I think it was Burj.
Oh,
Khalifa.
and did he get
way.
arrested?
Yeah, I think he got.
Yeah,
arrested
yeah,
at the
yeah,
top
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's climbing. There was one bit, his left leg slipped. Bro, but me watching that video, I got a
course.
feeling as in
I
like,
can't do it,
bro, that's one thing that I don't understand. What are you
Yeah.
doing that for?
Bro,
fools?
sometimes
What are you? Tell me what?
Yeah.
I think
what
it's
are you
more.
doing that for? What are you
Bro,
benefiting?
Some
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
Let me tell you something. It's almost akin to those rich people that get so rich they start doing obscene
Borderline-
stuff, like the Dubai people.
Yeah.
That start shitting on people and and all that because you're so rich, you're so bored.
Yeah.
But with those guys, it's more adrenaline.
It's an adrenaline.
They're like, for them, it gets their blood pumping. Like, I want to do this. No parachute. Have you not seen them jump out of a plane? No parachute, and then their boys that have parachute have to catch them.
has to catch them. Yeah, you see,
It's just like-
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do. But I remember I was in Zimbabwe. We went to this place called Yanga, and they've got like this huge, like this mountain with a waterfall. Yeah. And then they have like this. It's like
Is it the
they have,
devil's
like,
edge where you can go on the edge and
No, that one there is Vic Falls.
Victoria
Vic
Falls.
Falls, and they've got that edge there, which is again insane. But this place is similar, yeah, but just not as famous, right? And they've got this zip line you can do across.
not for me.
And when we was down, because we had to hike up the mountain. But when we was down, I was like, oh, nah, I don't care, everyone. I want to do that.
Oh, you did it?
No, listen, I said, I want to do it. Because I want to feel alive. I want that adrenaline. I want to, boom. And we walked, bro, I think it took us about like 30 minutes to get to like hiking to get to the top. I got to the top and I said, and the guy, and I said, yo, can I see what it is? And the guy took me to where you get prepped in it. And I said, brother, like, I don't know about you, man, innit? I'm not a height guy. So that's another reason why I wanted to do it, to kind of, but bro, when I tell you that my legs was trembling.
Well, started shaking.
But I don't know if you've had the feeling of like, when you're so high up that there's this feeling you feel that
remember I jumped out of a plane,
overstare, I would fall.
I know that feeling.
You know that kind of feeling where you feel.
Make your legs shake.
Bro, I said to the guy, I didn't know what I was saying when I was down there. Now that I'm up here, I can see that this is a madness.
Okay.
I'm cool.
I don't even like them, them lifts you can see outside. Like the ones that go up. I don't like them. I just face the exit. I don't
You lot not good at heights?
Nah, I'm not good at heights,
Like,
man.
like going into certain buildings or whatever, cool, going in lift, but
No,
you
but
see what's it called? Them things like bungee jumping.
That's so mad, didn't
even
it?
them people that go in that, what's that, hot air balloon or something?
That one's mad.
That was
That one is mad.
The other day,
I saw that.
The wedding one.
Yeah.
Where all the people
What happened?
The guy.
They were on a honeymoon thing.
Yeah,
I think
it was.
something happened with the
So
gas
on a hot air balloon, and I think the gas was running out, so he lowered it, told people to come out, but people took too long, so then it went back up, and then it caught fire, and then a couple of people died, sadly.
Yeah, man.
I've never understood hot air
I'll
balloons.
jump out, bro.
You know me, I'm
Nah,
scared of
but
flying.
bro, are you scared of flying?
Scared of flying, bro.
Oh,
No
you're
way.
like
So what do you do when
My
you?
friends,
What's your?
they've gone a few holidays. There was one I said all right to, and I was Tulum.
Because it's about 10, 11 hours, isn't it?
And then, bro, it was the worst journey. We left at about 11 at night.
Yeah.
The turbulence.
Oh,
The turbulence.
Now that journey was mad. Cancun was mad.
Yeah,
Bro,
Cancun.
10 hours.
But we didn't care because man, them were party. Man, we were raving on the plane.
Yeah.
But still
on the way back?
inside.
No, when we were going.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you're going somewhere.
Yeah, when you're
it's a
going,
whole
the
different
excitement.
game. You know the excitement. I want to get
On the way
there.
back, everyone's deflated.
Everyone's at the airport, a little 1-2 drinky, and now you put a little mixer and
1-2
that.
drinky.
Yeah, everybody drunk on the plane. Yeah, it's crazy thing.
You remind me of Pepe Le Pew, you know.
Is it Pepe Le Pew or is it, what's the guy? No, the guy that always tried to kill. Is it Daffy Duck? Remember the guy that goes hunting, or is it Roger Rabbit?
Oh, no, the guy
that's
I
always trying
forgot
to-
his name.
The one he's the one
In
that
Looney
talks about
Tunes.
it without the R. Yeah,
But even Pepe Le Pew
tried
is
to
French.
kill me.
Yeah.
Do not run away from the love.
This guy, bro.
What would you say was you lot's TV show? Like, I don't know what your situation was back home, but you see me, we had the Freeview box.
Oh, right.
So we had
Okay.
the Freeview box, and there was obviously before that you had channel 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And there was a channel, I can't remember what channel it was, but we had, you know about Charmed?
Yeah.
Charmed, oh, come on, man.
The witches. and all
I
that.
banged that all the
Yeah.
seasons, fam.
Charmed, and then Family Guy.
Oh, I love Family.
I like Family Guy.
There was that one specific channel that
That
bro,
was it
every
Adult
evening.
Swim or something?
No, I can't remember.
Huh?
What
It might have been Adult Swim that had
Adult
that.
Swim.
Yeah, that had all the cartoons that were a
Charmed
bit
was
for
channel
adults.
5. I'm sure
Yeah,
Charmed was channel
With
5.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina,
Yes,
I banged that out.
Yeah.
Well,
How you
used to-
feeling
Sky, I
with
didn't
the
see Sky in my house for when did you
No,
see
luckily
Sky?
I got Sky early.
Yeah, we got it early.
I even
You
had
wanna have it
cable
early,
TV.
yeah?
No, bro, my suffering was back home. Sorry, but like as soon as I got here, Mum had it going on. It was just like she wasn't about here.
It got to a point we
Because
got
it was
Sky,
working.
but it was just the box with the free channel.
I see what you mean, yeah. Because when when you don't pay your fee, you get a free channel.
And then it was that when nothing was on, you play the game B. You remember the B game?
Oh yeah, the B. And you gotta let the thing. You remember that? That's crazy.
With the B game, with the remote. Yeah, with the remote.
That's
Yeah, the
mad.
B game.
That's a memory, bro.
Yeah,
I just felt I used to remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was.
Yeah, you were traumatized for real, bro. The fact that I used to remember
bro. And then football was just, you had that one friend, all channels.
Yeah.
You know, there was always that one
But
friend.
my friend was
in the
white.
area.
My friend was white that had all the channels.
My friend was white as well.
Yeah. It's always the white friend that had all the channels.
The channels.
Oh, that's
From
nostalgia.
Skies, the B game, yeah.
No, because
that big game
when
was-
I moved to my dad, that's when I had everything, bro. We used to watch Hey Arnold, Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
Kenan and Kel.
See, I never watched any of those things.
No, Kenan and Kel.
Kenan and Kel.
Soda Pop.
What's that?
Orange soda.
What's that? Them the two black kids. No, mine was.
I think one of them is SNL now.
Arthur,
No,
Doug,
Tracy Beaker.
Tracy Beaker.
Tracy Beaker was hard.
Yeah.
Tracy
Art
Beaker
Attack.
was hard. Heart Attack.
Bernard's what? Art Attack. When the guy used to do art, Neil Satin.
No, didn't watch that.
What
Blue's
about
Clues?
Bernard's Watch?
Blues Clues.
Bro, you
Yeah,
know what?
Blue's
You know what got me till this day, even now, when I'm flicking through TikTok and I see certain videos, yeah. You know, animal documentaries,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
animal documentaries.
like Nate Go Wild.
Yeah,
Them kind of things.
That's it.
I've always been on that stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You be
I like
watching
the-
this
what's
stuff.
that,
I'm trying to
Balamori?
remember.
Huh?
So what?
Balamori.
Balamori.
Balamori still.
What's the story about Balamori? Would you like to know?
What's the story about
Man, am I dabbing on Balamori? Production.
Yeah,
You
bro,
need to stop
Balamori
this
was
nonsense.
lit.
What
What
question
that
was you asking? You was about to ask it. What you asked the
He asked us
question.
what your favorite channel
Channel was, isn't it? When
Yeah,
you
your
were
favorite,
around-
your
show.
favorite
No, favorite
channel,
show,
like,
my
your
favorite-
favorite
show.
The show, yeah. What was yours? Yeah.
My favorite show. Oh, I had so
That
many.
if you missed, you know, there was a specific time. If you missed, you was like,
I
oh,
think it
mad.
was Hey Arnold, man. If I miss Hey
I don't know what
Arnold,
it is.
Hey Arnold.
because you didn't have Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if I had
Because-
Nickelodeon, I never watched that.
You
Man. I
never
was
watched Hey
like,
Arnold.
nah, man.
Okay, what's your favorite show then?
That was a weak show, man. What was you watching?
Which one? What, growing up?
Yeah.
I was watching Nollywood, bro.
No, but remember,
From a child.
no, that was after. That was
As a
after.
child.
I'm joking,
When I first
bro.
came to the country, that's what I said. Balamori, there used to be something called Raven.
That's so Raven.
That's so.
This is what I'm saying. No,
Yeah,
bro,
that's what Raven,
I was,
I know
I was
Wait, is Raven? Is that not the scary one?
Oh, the black
and
Raven.
The black
Okay,
guy and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the vulture thing
Yeah,
flying
yeah,
away.
yeah, I think I know
You
what
ever
you're
watch
talking
that?
about. I think I know what
And then
you're
But this
obviously
guy
when
was
they,
watching Grown Up. That was like a
when
serious
they
show,
lose the,
bro.
when they lose the challenge, they disappear.
Yeah.
Was that like Crystal Maze?
Yeah, I used to watch Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze.
Yeah,
when they
but
go-
Raven,
Oh, Crystal Maze was
I
sick.
love that show.
And Gladiators.
Gladiators.
You were Gladiators.
Gladiators.
No, I got another one for you.
Takashi Castle.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
These young ones don't know about Takashi
Castle, bro.
The
That-
challenges.
You used to watch
Yeah.
that?
Mr. Beast used to bring that back, you know. Mr. Beast should do it. He do it right.
It's similar to like what he
Yeah,
kind
it
of does
does.
anyways. Yeah,
Takashi
you're right.
Castle.
Takashi
Thinking about it now,
was
the
hilarious.
quality
Quality.
on that was
That wasn't
hell
what
of a
challenge.
time.
That wasn't challenge, no.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
channel.
challenge.
It was
channel
some
that
obscure
was.
channel, bro.
I can't-
Challenge,
what country was
challenge.
it in?
Huh?
China.
China
I
or
don't even
Asia?
know you
Somewhere
know,
in
but I
Asia.
know they used to show on challenge.
You man, it was so, bro. I was locked
I
into
so did I.
Takashi
I was
Castle.
locked
Yeah,
in, locked
Takashi
in,
was lit,
locked
man.
in. I think
All
my
the
one would
challenges,
be.
innit?
My one would be what? But I used to bang out a show. I think the ones that I would just watch all day would be Looney Tunes, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
Cartoon
was.
Network.
I like
Ed,
Tom and
Eddie.
Jerry
as well, though.
What
Tom
about
and
games? Did you
Jerry.
not game?
Yeah, but Abe's Odyssey, that was my favorite.
That's the thing.
What's your best two growing up?
I'm
Okay.
not the best to get. I'll tell you the game.
We call it Abe's Odyssey. It was actually Abe's Odyssey. I found out when I was
Odyssey,
older.
yeah.
And it's either James Bond 007 or Tomb Raider. But then
Tomb
also,
Raider was hard.
Tomb Raider was hard.
I played Tomb Raider.
What
Tomb
about
Raider was
SmackDown
sick.
versus Raw? When that first came
Come
out.
on, man. We all had to play that, bro.
PlayStation 2?
We all had to play that,
Yeah.
bro. And then I loved, I played, is it Armageddon?
Armageddon,
No, Apocalypse.
yeah. Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apocalypse. And then,
Crash Bandicoot.
no, I didn't play that.
Ah.
I got two.
I played,
Okay, yeah, what's yours?
go on, what's yours?
Halo, Xbox One.
Okay, I was
Halo,
an Xbox
yeah.
guy.
I was-
He was.
I was an Xbox guy, though.
I don't know if you lot know about this one. Ratchet and Clank.
No.
You don't know about Ratchet and Clank?
No, is that Xbox or both?
PlayStation. You don't know about Ratchet and Clank?
No.
But you got, for me, yeah, obviously, I only went into PlayStation from, I think, 3.
Gears of War was good.
So before
Gears
that,
of War, yeah,
Gears of War was good. Gears of War was
I tell you what I
good.
liked. I tell
The
you what.
recent ones I didn't like, but that one there.
So,
That one was
That's
sick.
a
so like for
throwback.
me growing up, yeah, I used to play a lot of FIFA, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to stay away from shooting game because it just used to mess up my eyes.
you know what, I didn't-
Because but my favorite game was
See,
Def
you've
Jam.
been needed God
Oh,
glasses.
Def
Jam
Jam.
5 for New York.
Def Jam
Crazy.
was hard.
That Jam was so hard to beat up,
yo.
bro. Snoop Dogg.
Def Jam. Def Jam was brazy.
Def Jam 5
Def
for
Jam
New
was
York.
That's
Def
crazy.
Jam.
And then that, what's that song? Freeway. What's that Freeway song again? That song was in that thing as well. It would come up, like, you know when you get the thing,
The belt or something.
like when you get the, like, you know, you can get like some superpower and then you,
I can't remember.
and then you start doing.
Bro,
but Def Jam was a
okay, what
for
was
New York.
real quick because we need to move on to the dilemma because
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
What was your first football game though? I want to see when you lot man started playing.
My
Pez.
first football game
Pez.
was
Mine
Pro,
is
was
Pez.
Pro Evolution.
Soccer.
Yeah, Pez, yeah, Pez, yeah, it's
yeah,
Pez, man.
when Adriano and Obafemi Martin were absolutely
99,
crazy.
99. Apart from
That one there.
I used to
when we
unlock.
had
I used to
Nedved,
unlock Legend.
Trezeguet.
Trezeguet.
You see, bro, and you know what?
Who was on the cover of
You
my
know
one?
what made that game?
What?
You remember the fake shop?
Yeah.
None of that FIFA stuff now. It was
Brother,
the quickest fake
that
shot.
With Obafemi Martin, you can score from halfway line.
No, Adriano as well.
And Adriano was
my
mad.
God.
But
Adriano had shot power. His shot power was
Adriano and Obafemi
99%.
Martin.
99%.
Bro, but you guys are late though.
revolution.
I started football when it was international superstar soccer.
Yeah, see, I don't
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
International, that was pro basically. Before
Is
his first name was international
it?
superstar soccer. Yeah, and it had no
Revolution.
names.
Yeah.
You just have to guess what team it was just
Serious?
by the players' attributes, bro.
Okay.
But we can't forget that the starting point was
Sega.
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Of course.
Super Mario.
Legendary
That was
mention.
the intro.
Honorary
That's-
mention.
that's
Honorary
the game
mention.
that-
Super Mario.
Remember back home, I don't know if you remember, but like in Nigeria.
We had them fake. Was that
I
that
had
fake
the-
console?
No, it wasn't fake,
No,
man. We had the Sega, like where
Atari.
you,
No,
there wasn't Sega, there was
we
one
had
they used to buy.
Atari, but what it was like back home, like bro, you gotta be rich, bro, to have
Yeah.
like. So what we used to have is in the area where I grew up, you have one guy who actually
shop.
built a shop,
And then everyone comes and rents
and then
it.
everybody we used to go there to play Street Fighter, bro.
But
That's
there
what
was
we used to
one
play-
that
play
Ox, do
Street
you remember
Fighter.
the ones we used to buy in Africa? I can't remember. And they used to have that game here where you use the gun to kill the duck. The duck will be in the air, you go boom.
No, but the
Bro,
only
it
game I
was-
remember
I
is
don't
that
know
you know
what it
the water game. No, you know the water one where you try to
Manchester-
the loop.
Manchester Squid Game.
Yeah, you try to get into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hole.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
that
there
one,
was another
innit?
game as well, yeah. You keep playing like
you
it's
flick
like
it.
little circle
You
things
flick
in
it.
water.
Oh yeah, you had
I-
to,
I-
you had to get into the
I don't know,
yeah.
you know about that, yeah. And
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, yeah.
It's
Bro.
kind of like
I'll show you
remember
now.
that? innit?
Yeah.
It's like a fish, kind of like sea. It's meant to
Oh,
be like an
those
ocean.
games that you put
And
in
flick
party
it.
bags.
And then bro, that was a big game for
Oh,
us back
bless
home.
you guys.
That was like a console,
Yeah.
bro. That's like you had
Before
like
we had all the
that was like a
Game Boy Advance and
yeah,
that.
that's
long
like,
way.
exactly.
And then Game Boy
that was
Advance
before all of
came.
that.
And then
Before the-
Pokemon came and
Yeah.
So what you know about that on back in
Which one?
That game we're talking about.
yeah,
now?
that was more party bags. It
Well,
wasn't-
you're
it
talking
wasn't-
about grown ups. So we're talking about for as a child, but that was
in
a
party
big game.
bags. When I go to
guy.
kids' parties, bro.
Whatever, man. This guy, yeah.
Let's move on to the dilemma then, real quick.
Yeah, let's
You have
Yeah.
to be rich to get certain things.
You
But
know
look
like
at you
that.
now. Your kids will not suffer.
Amen.
Are you guys ready to give this? We need
Go,
some
bro.
wonderful advice here for our brother.
Yeah.
Yeah? Brother, you are the one that's going to
Yeah,
advise us.
brother,
first.
you start first.
Okay. Guys, get ready. We're going to open the line and then you can also chime in with your comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaakati. My wife is refusing to
wife.
get rid of pictures of her ex. My wife has just moved in with me and my 2 children from an ex I had previously a few weeks ago.
Wait, my wife has just moved in
With me and my 2 children. So he lives with his 2 children with his from his ex.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, his ex.
See, how long ago?
A few weeks ago.
Oh.
And we've been married for about 2 months. I've been helping her unpack her things and I found photos of her with another man. Some were in photo frames and there were even anniversary cards and handwritten love letters. She said this was her ex who she was with before me. They were together since they were young and he passed away before we got together. This was all news to me. But even still, I said I'm not comfortable with her having pictures of another man in my house. She said he died and he was a huge part of my life. Just because I married you doesn't mean I'm erasing him and his memory.
Damn.
And just because her ex has passed, it doesn't mean her grief has an expiry date. She's now telling me she even also visits his grave twice a year on his birthday and the memorial of his death. Again, something I am not comfortable with. Now she's calling me a hypocrite because I also have pictures of my ex-wife in the house.
In the house. Oh, man.
But the photos she's referring to are family pictures for the sake of my children.
Oh.
And they're only in the children's room, not out in the open. And none of them are romantic. She's saying it makes her uncomfortable that I also have pictures of my ex in the family photo album.
I mean,
But she's the mother of my children and we were married, so I don't see how she can compare the two. So I'm here trying to respect her grief, but I'm starting to feel like I married someone who's still emotionally committed to someone else. Am I overreacting?
this just reminds me of Jada Pinkett and Tupac.
With a daughter writing letters.
That's what it reminds me of.
Crazy.
But anyway.
Me personally, on behalf of the woman, and in life we need to understand there's certain things that you can't take away from someone, especially if you met them after whatever's happened.
Yeah.
So I think with the pictures, obviously her ex passing away, that's reasonable.
Okay.
I'm accepting the fact that, and don't forget, grieving, people grieve. You could get over something quicker than I could. It could take me 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So you got to understand the situation that she's in, manage it in a certain way where you can support her. It's only a picture. Do you know what I mean? She's not going out to do certain things or whatever. It's a picture of someone that's passed away that is the father of her kids.
No.
Oh,
She ain't got no kids.
He's the one with the
And
kids.
also, were they married, by the way?
Who?
With the ex
No.
that passed away. They were just boyfriend and
girlfriend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see no problem in that, bro. Honestly.
Remember, they were in a relationship, bro.
Yeah, but then again, you
Again,
have to
it's like-
understand that person is someone that's now passed. Like, there's nothing to
I
come
remember
back
what you
and
meant
haunt
about grief, though. You said earlier, innit? So it's like,
Like, for that, and back to him, them pictures are in his kids' room. Then again, that's family pictures. The kids seeing their mum in a picture. I think both are exaggerating.
but what if?
Oh, okay.
What
Not
if?
both, as in like,
As in,
now, two wrongs don't make a right. So him mentioning it to her and now her coming back at him because he mentioned it to her. That's
It
what I mean.
doesn't
Like,
make
they're
sense.
both
Yeah, I get what you're
exaggerating.
saying.
To add maybe just a little curveball in it to your take.
Yeah.
What if, like, how do you know, like, maybe when you lot are doing certain things, when she's looking at you,
Yeah.
she's imagining.
mercy, Lord.
No, but then again, that's what I think. That's what I say to myself is the fact that you don't think like that. The same way as in, like, don't go through your partner's phone expecting to see something, because if you do,
You're gonna see what you.
whatever you see now is your
gonna
problem.
make
Yeah, that's your problem.
No one told you to go through your partner's phone.
That's right.
Do you understand? So in that, I wouldn't think of that kind of thing. I would think in a way as in, like, respectful. He's passed away. That's pictures of her previous whatever. So be it. So she's grieving or whatever. Yeah, cool. I'm just here to support you. Cool. It's not like someone that's still here that maybe
You can have access to
get
that.
involved in the relationship in a certain way. No.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? There's nothing that can come back to haunt me in that situation. So I'm not.
You're cool
I'm not,
with it?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm going with
What's
that.
the view,
Remember,
my
she
brother?
goes twice a year to go and visit all of that stuff.
It's just, bro. It's just,
So there might be like, oh, babes, oh, listen, can you just look after the kids today? I'm gonna, I'm you, because you know I'm going to.
yeah, but then I wouldn't. I don't think I'll have a problem with that.
You have a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you have a problem. So unpack this
No,
for us.
no, I'm just trying to remind him of some of the points.
Okay,
had
Katy,
read
you're
out.
reminded.
But don't forget-
No, I want Mr. Uzi to.
Them points they're more thinking points.
Yeah.
Of, okay, she's got, like you said, maybe we're doing something and she's thinking of my mom or whatever. I'm not trying to think.
You're not wired that way.
Yeah, no. I respect your take.
Okay,
So
brother
that's,
Uzi.
that's what I would say.
I mean, you can't.
Hey,
really-
listen. Let me tell you something. Don't.
That's what I feel like you're about to do. You're gonna be.
You felt
I
it,
felt
innit?
the
You
shift.
felt it.
I
don't
mean,
want
I
you to
agree
say, oh,
with-
he's
I
already
agree,
said it.
yeah,
He
I
said
agree
it.
with him.
I'm a kind of man like you can't really compete with a dead person though. What am I
That's
bothered about?
I don't know why that sounded so loaded, fam.
No,
Like-
not in
like,
loaded,
I was
but like what? Like
it's dead.
they're
isn't
not
it?
in my face. Like what?
Yeah,
like,
like-
there's no issue.
What can that man do to harm?
Exactly.
No. Where yours part comes sincere, his thing comes like his thing comes a bit like my man is dead, didn't it? Like your thing comes.
No,
Maybe it's your delivery. That might be wrong.
A man
the way you-
said
not
you
that-
can't compete
Oh,
with
it
a
was
dead
someone that
person.
bro.
It's like okay, cool.
Bro, Will Smith right now is competing with Tupac.
Tupac, to this
You know
day.
that,
But
innit?
here what? Let me break it down to you. Like last time my girl was talking to me, and she's like, her first ex died.
Yeah.
He actually called her to tell her that.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Right? Like at first, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she, that's like, like, cause she's the sisters are obviously cool.
Yeah.
He would have probably wanted you to know, innit? Obviously, for what reason they never worked out. Cool. I looked at her, I said, you can go and pay your respect.
Yeah, of
You want-
course. Yeah, definitely.
I never,
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking of something that's happened.
That's
in my
happened,
face.
yeah.
Because I'm like, at some point, that was somebody that was in your life, innit? Obviously,
Yeah.
you go through a relationship where it was nasty, toxic, whatever. It's kind of like
Yeah.
you leave that to the side.
Yeah.
Then you get things where like we've been in maybe relationships that we just didn't work out, but there was no
Yeah.
bad blood kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, like, which it sounded like that's what it was, like, it's down to you. If you want to go and do what you need to do, I'm not gonna now be like, why?
Exactly that.
Now I'm happy with your response because I wanted you to. You did what I wanted you to do.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no,
you gave
because
an
I'm
actual
telling you, like,
explanation.
bro.
So
I didn't
what,
want
you
to
would've-
just be like,
I told
oh,
you.
he
I
said
told you.
it, so
Because
that's what he's
I
been doing for
told
the
you
last
that
2
day,
weeks.
innit?
But
Remember?
yeah, but what about pictures though? If your girl had pictures of him,
As a display picture on her phone.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
No.
That's
display picture
too
of my
much.
phone.
No,
But I mean, really and truly,
Display.
if I'm
But where
being
though? Where would the picture be?
Display,
She's
that's
moved
crazy.
into your house.
No, she's got
Okay,
photographs.
but
album.
I'll be honest,
album.
yeah.
It's an album.
I would.
Where? On her phone?
On her phone, yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's an
cool.
album.
If she's got pictures, like, say, somewhere in the house, like albums, whatever, I don't think I would care about that.
In
But
your house?
I don't know if I might be fully comfortable with having, like,
No, in the
picture
house.
frames
Yeah, in the house.
in my yard.
frames.
Yeah, but then again,
But if she wants to have, like, whatever,
It's just have what?
like pictures, like normal pictures, innit? On
Where?
her-
But in the
then again-
house?
Yeah, like
Like
you
small
know the
little
album,
pictures.
yeah,
and
that
put
she
it on
just cares.
your TV
Yeah,
unit.
not on the TV that she's got kept away somewhere, bro.
No, but then again, look at it from a point of view as in like this woman that you've now met,
Yeah.
that you're about to build a family with or whatever. How about we thank that man for giving you that woman because she didn't come to you hurt. She didn't come to you broken. She looked.
No,
right.
there's some men that wreck women.
No, but
that
I'm just,
they
I'm,
give
what I'm
us,
trying to
bro.
say. To you,
Okay, yo.
What are you talking about, brother?
No.
He was landing.
No, brother.
No, that was a good no because he started
Brother,
something. So
why
Uzi,
would he- not
Uzi,
every
ask
man
him.
is
Ask him
thinking.
the question. Yeah, ask
Brother,
him the question.
You know, there's some men that wreck women that we have to now take up,
Yeah,
or people have to take up.
I know.
So how do you do?
But
When
what
you
I'm
gonna
trying
thank
to
them?
say to you- No.
No, so call it real talk. What if this guy,
Okay,
what if
brother,
this guy
brother,
that
wait.
she
Then
got
again-
a phone call saying, oh, rare, he was the one, all the problems you've had to, all the things you've had to sort out, he was the one that caused
Okay,
them.
but listen, but what I'm just saying, I'm just coming. He didn't tell us whether she come broken or
Thank
not.
you, brother. These men are
I'm just-
traumatized.
Bro,
I'm
no,
just-
we're trying to, bro, we're trying to add
Brother,
a bit more.
you see, when the way brother is talking, brother
wait,
is talking like a
wait,
girl
you see me? No.
that's like physically not hurt.
No, yeah. So
Are you talking about? Do you know?
But listen to this. I'm just talking on
Emotional
the
hurt.
positive side of things.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I'm just talking. I'm not saying, yo, did she come?
I don't expect anybody thank you.
Uzi, who have you helped? Who have you helped? You.
I'm just speaking.
You've left a trail of destruction along your way.
You mean you?
Don't forget that.
No, but okay. So when you say, okay, brother, let me get something clear.
You've
So
took
when
me
you
behind,
say,
brother.
we need to thank this guy.
No.
Like, what
I
we-
mean, no.
Why did he stay?
Is it WN Wagwan?
No.
Hey,
listen to me.
WN.
Oh,
Listen
our
to what
sister
I'm
is
just-
here.
Jody Umbola.
WN, I hope you are
Wagwan.
coming to the live show.
No, listen
Our
to this.
sister.
I was just explaining it. I was just talking more in a positive way of
Exactly.
things. Like,
What-
it's not
Oh, are you
always
talking
negativity.
about this guy that's dead, or let's
No,
just
I'm
say guy
talking
that's
about
done?
I'm talking about the ex that
No,
passed.
the ex, like the
Yeah.
one that you now have,
Oh, okay.
she didn't come to you
Yeah, that's what I
broken.
mean.
She didn't come to
Oh,
you
yeah,
with
yeah,
her
yeah.
thing.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
now I'm saying in a way as in like, thank you for your service kind of thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Thanks
wife.
for treating her well.
Yeah, like
Da-da-da.
kind of thing. That's what I'm talking on that side, but we haven't got the full detail as in like.
No, but
she
I'm
come-
adding to the story. Let's
Yeah.
now say, because I want to see if your point of view still remains the same.
Yeah, okay.
Let's now say the same situation, but
Okay.
you met this woman now who's now your wife.
Yeah.
She had a lot of trauma.
Yeah, she's been through a lot.
Which
Cool.
was all caused by this guy, the guy that's now 6 foot under.
Okay.
He
so
was, our real life
I've got an
was
answer.
empty.
I've got an
Yeah,
answer.
so
I've got an
yeah.
answer.
Do you still feel the same way?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing I would do is ask why, because there might be a reason why she still wants those photos on her phone.
okay.
Even though they've been through, like we know, every relationship is not, it's always a honeymoon period at the start.
That's right.
But then everyone has problems or whatever. But there must be something for her to be wanting to keep those pictures behind because it's something that means a lot to her.
She enjoyed the
then again,
relationship. She loved it.
But when she met you,
all her
man are
she said this
traumatized.
guy.
She
No,
had
but
no
when she
choice
met
but
you,
to be with
she
you.
said this guy was using it as a boxing punching bag.
Oh my god.
No, it's not,
So-
see, now they added now. Now
You
they
see,
added
no,
now.
don't say
I
it.
haven't
The
gone to the
trauma.
extreme.
No, bro, you're
Nobody
moving
is going to allow that. I'll be like, brother, that one, the picture has to collapse.
But
bruv.
then
This
again,
man, look what this man
you need
did
to.
you.
But then again, you need to
Okay,
understand.
okay, cool. See, now again, someone.
Chat,
So what
chat,
would
let
you-
us know your comments.
Yeah,
what you not
chat.
saying.
No,
We wanna
for
hear.
real. Now let us know.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to get into his chat bag. But anyways,
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Chat. Let us know what you think. Hey, Jay Cox. Thanks for their goodie bags.
Yeah, thanks for the goodie
Yeah.
I said goodie bags.
I need to learn this one. I don't know the goodie bags.
The gifted,
Oh,
isn't it? Gifted.
oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Because I was on the live the other day, someone sent me a gun, shooting bare money out of it.
I don't think that's.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
TikTok.
gun with money out.
Yeah.
Of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's all money. Man.
Reminded to start protection.
All money. All these gifts are all money.
I'm learning. W's in the chat for W. Yeah.
W's in the chat. Yeah. Chat. W's in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, don't you know? There's one guy on TikTok. Well, sorry.
No, that's all right.
There's one guy on TikTok that's now going into mental depression. He gave away on TikTok gifting people in lives, girls and whatnot, 8 million. I think it was like equivalent to £8 million.
What?
He spent on social media gifting.
But he had it, or it was.
He had it.
That is a
He
good
had the
question.
money. To
That was
give.
his money, but now I think he's lost it all or whatever. He's gone into a situation where he's not. I forgot what his name was, man.
I don't like this.
Why do them men never?
I don't like
but
this.
those people never find.
I don't like this, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like this.
What?
When stories like this starts coming out, they're gonna start regulating
the
gifts.
gifting. Before our
It's gonna
portion.
become like
It's like winning the lottery and the rapture happens.
yes,
I'm telling you, people. It's a
Yes.
cold world.
Yeah, bro.
I'm telling you because I don't like hearing stories
No,
like
but then
that.
again,
But I hope-
how can they stop you from wanting to
No,
support
because they're gonna
someone?
start telling you they need to regulate
Limits.
it.
They'll put
Because
limits.
it's like basically gambling now, right? Because you could gamble with your money. It's your money now. But now they have certain ways. Oh, if you play certain bet, then you
I
start
had a good
suspicious.
time in Paddy Power, you know, but now they've limited it.
Have they?
think it's
See,
£2.
there you
It's
go.
£2.
See,
Yeah, mine was-
This is
yeah,
it.
World
It's
Cup.
They start telling people you can only gift maximum £1. You know they can start regulating
£2.
things.
Like, I'm not a gambler, but you
taking
know,
advantage of people.
when I started, I was winning,
Of course, that's how we all started.
and then.
You even get double your money. I
And
say,
then,
yeah.
it's like them. You see the videos where my man's sitting by a garage.
Yeah.
He puts a can of Coke in it. They give him 2.
Yeah,
And then he puts 2 cans of Coke
Oh
in it.
yeah, and
They
then,
give him
they put
3.
whatever and everything.
And then he gives
disappears.
the money and that. They give him everything back. And then he puts everything in there.
And
The
then he
shutter
gets nothing
shuts.
back. Yeah, that is a good analogy.
That is
was a
literally
good one. That was
gambling,
me,
bro.
bro. World Cup, that was the same. But we learned.
What do you mean World Cup? Just gone.
Whenever I do World Cup, I get in my
No, but you
gambling
see,
bag.
people
I
that
didn't
gamble
know
off
this.
season, you see gambling off season, I don't know why you don't do it. There's players that ain't even playing with each other throughout the season. Now they're together, you don't think
You can't
it's the same
gauge
statics.
you
Because
can't
the odds,
gauge.
the odds are bigger because obviously anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So that's
Why
why
you go for the kill?
I go for the kill.
Yeah.
All in, man.
Yeah, but,
Back to this shit.
yeah,
Let
where
me
was
give
we?
you my view.
yeah,
Yeah.
go on, yeah. What's your view?
Remember the part that I added on at the end?
What part is this?
Go on, just give you.
Battered and bruised.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Because just act like you forgot.
Yeah.
That one's a non-starter for me. But my view is this year. I, like Uzi said, but I'll say it in a more constructive way.
All right.
He is now past, my brother. Why would you be concerned with someone that is not even here anymore? You won the prize. You're here.
Thank you.
She can have all the pictures she likes, but they cannot be intimate with Nang. The only pictures I will allow is maybe holding hands, stuff like, but no kissing pictures.
Just memories.
Yeah, like
memories.
normal memories. I don't want no intimate pictures in my yard. If you want those, go and find safe storage somewhere where I can't find them. But in my house, they have to be PC.
This one
Or
he
your
don't
one
like.
is using your joint account to pay for the safe storage payment plan, where her ex's picture resides. What
That's a
say
good
you to
question.
that, Sukari?
That's a good question.
The
What say
joint
you,
account
boy?
is paid for.
Nah,
the,
she
where
got to use her own
picture
account, bro.
resides.
She got to use her own account. But
What do you mean?
She has to use her own
joint
account.
account.
Nah,
So
bro.
that means you're allowing something, but you're also
No,
joining.
guys,
See, this guy is your
What happened to
half-hearted.
unconditional?
In life-
I don't think Brazil will care about that, where the money's coming out.
I tell
from.
my brother, I'm Sukari. He's him and me. You is you. Me is me. Nah, bro, at the end of the day, one thing I've learned about relationship, everything's about compromise. If you had asked me 10 years ago, I'd say cannot run. But now it's all about, okay, as much as I wouldn't want to see pictures of you with another man, dead or alive, I hear it.
Understanding.
I understand you, but you also have to understand me. I'm a very jealous individual. I just want to be there one day. I see pictures but somehow this picture will just fly. His ghost will come and just put the picture there of them like lipsing. It will trigger me. I'll go and lip someone as well, So you're putting yourself in danger, really. What did Joshua Baraka say? You're putting your life in danger. By leaving pictures around of you lipsing your ex, man.
I wouldn't mind.
WN said, let me read this. I said the kids can still have their mother's pictures.
Of course.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
I would have created an album for them, that contains memories of them and the parent has passed away for...
No, the mother hasn't passed away. They're just divorced. It's the wife's ex-boyfriend.
The ex-boyfriend.
But I hear what you're saying.
But I hear that. Oh, okay, so
but one thing I will say...
everyone's all in agreement with you, though.
I feel like we're giving very matured responses. I'm proud of us.
So why is it that when people don't agree with certain people is immature? Why is that?
No, but come on.
No, it's a question I'm asking. I genuinely want
one
to
thing
know.
I've learned about life.
General answer.
Everyone has their own opinions.
Yeah, right.
And one thing I've understood, and that's one thing that I do, whatever your opinion is, it's down to you, whatever you want to think and say or whatever. But one thing I will not sit here and be like, okay, is agree with something that I don't agree with. Just for the sake of you saying it and we're friends or whatever. If it's your opinion, I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, and I agree with that, man.
That's just
So
how
do
I
we
look.
also feel like, to a certain extent today, we're all kind of like respectful?
WN said, guys, hit the like button.
We're a bit respectful for the fact that obviously she's a dead person.
No, but he's talking facts,
No, to a
bro,
certain
man.
extent, like it's like, come on, you can't disrespect the dead, innit?
So it's like
we all agree to this.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's just say it was someone that
Had an
they
accident.
didn't work out due to maybe religion, like she loved him and she still got, obviously,
What's that?
Yeah,
the
what's
photo.
the photo?
A photo. Snappy photo.
Nah, you can't run, bro. You can't run.
Oh, so their life is cancelled?
Nah, of course not. You can't have pictures of your ex in my house. I've just married you,
because
bro.
now he's alive.
Yeah.
So if he's dead,
That's-
it's
that's-
okay.
that's the
Yeah,
whole
if
thing.
you
It's
guys
fine.
are bad guys, bro. I
How
can't
are we
lie.
bad? The guys
I just
are
realized these guys were doing the same thing you said at the start, but they're just trying to coat it in a very nice, sweet way.
Okay, listen to this,
They're trying to coat
General,
it.
yeah.
So
I'm
basically, because
now-
he's dead, it's
No, no,
not
no,
a
no,
competition to you lot anymore,
No
innit?
matter what, respecting the dead is very important. Like,
Very.
That's just something that. That's just something that's. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, I couldn't do such thing, disrespect, whatever. So, not knowing whatever is gone on with, whatever the
your
person's
ex,
relationship
yeah.
or whatever, there must be, like I said, there must be a reason why she wants to keep them photos. Cool. But the person now being still here,
With us.
it's impossible because that could trigger me waking up one day, you're gone.
Gone.
And where you gone back to?
Him.
Okay, well, let's say this person had an accident and now they're like disabled. They can't use part of their bodies anymore.
That doesn't change anything. He's
But
still
the fact
here.
that they're alive.
But one thing I will say, no matter being disabled or not, that don't stop you from finding love.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That does not stop you from finding love.
You lot proving my point.
No, but that's
the
what
fact
point
that,
are we
the fact that
proving?
this person's not here anymore,
But
that's
man
what gives
said
you
that.
peace of mind.
Man said that though.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the person's dead. Why am I
course.
going to stress over someone that can't take my
like,
woman?
But then again,
Oh, so the
but-
problem is about the person taking your woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not really then about your woman's happiness and comfort.
That comes second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Explain that,
So
please.
the first
Can
thing
you-
I'm
can you break that
thinking
down?
is, okay, the man that you got pictures of is dead. All right, that's calm then. Oh, and you still grieving? Okay, I hear it. I'm not
But
gonna
what
think of it the
what
other
if
way
she's
around.
hurt? Let's say that's what I'm trying to ask you. Yeah. So this person was in a very horrific accident,
But I just
and she
gave
feels.
I just gave you the breakdown.
Which
breakdown
what?
first is he alive? That's the first.
So the
test.
alive is that's
That's the first. Then it's you're grieving. I hear it.
so it's,
So if he's alive,
Death.
it can't happen.
So it's death.
But you're grieving, I hear it.
Yeah.
But you can go and grieve him. I don't know. Bro, I don't know why you're
All right,
asking
no,
these
no, wait,
questions, fam.
Okay, no. What do you
Being
mean
a-
you don't
yeah,
know
being
why?
alive-
Why do you
being-
feel
being
uncomfortable?
alive- being
Wait,
alive.
So can you, what say you to
being
this?
alive, yeah, like I just
Well, you
said
know
to
it hurts, innit? Like, God forbid you find out your ex was or whatever was involved in it. I feel like you just be as traumatized.
No, but what I'm trying to say to
As
you,
hearing that
that's
news.
what I said to you. Being disabled doesn't stop you from finding love. So even him being in a situation or whatever, it doesn't stop her not going back to him, bro.
Okay, cool.
don't
Fine.
stop.
What if she says to you though, yeah?
This guy's trying to catch us out.
Yeah,
No,
he's trying to catch us out.
no, guys, listen. What if she says to you though,
Mm-hmm.
I want to just, I heard this has just happened.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. I want to go and just make sure everything is
Feel
okay.
free.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's all right with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Brother,
That's all right with me.
where is she seeing him?
At the hospital. Something.
no,
bad
you know,
just happened.
at home, it could be, that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a hospital.
Yeah.
Let's just say, you know.
So you're saying
maybe
what? So my wife's ex is in an accident.
A bad one,
A
yeah.
bad accident. and she's saying she wants to go and see him in the hospital.
Yeah,
But then again, we're not speaking about.
Make sure that,
we're not speaking about. Are we talking about 6 months relationship? Or are we talking about something
Yeah,
that she's had
what
going
we
on for
talk-
10
No,
years?
wait, I mean, what does this?
Oh, since they were childhood sweethearts.
Yeah, so we'll use the same.
Yeah, but if it's, if it's a thing of
rather
where
than death,
I want to go take him some food or whatever, yeah, come, let's go pay him a visit.
No,
that's where
it
we
might-
part ways.
It might not be food. It
Me
could
and
just
you,
be like, yo,
nah.
I want to.
Nah, that's for me and you. We've been together all this time, me
No,
and
but
you.
listen to this, like,
But I can't.
no, I don't.
Take him food.
No, as in like.
Stuff,
But
blah.
bro, like you see.
Oh, at least go and check up on him and be like, hey,
Yeah,
I want to
check
make
up
sure
on
he's
him.
okay and just
Send him an email.
Oh, okay. So this is where you draw
Send
your
him an
line.
email.
So your own is like this person has to be dead.
He has to be dead.
And you need to even go there and do this.
Now, big man thing. My issue is, yeah, if he's in
He's going there to pull out all the
cables.
support, everything.
You know the thing with you people, you haven't been cheated on. I think that's the reason why we're all on.
I've never been in a
what makes you say
relationship.
that?
What?
I've never had a girl.
Oh yeah, you said that before.
The
innit?
guy, this guy been protecting his heart like his
You've never, wait, you've never been in a relationship
Like
ever in
his,
your life? Not even
Crystal
a holiday
Maze.
romance?
No, like obviously I've liked someone and that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
we've done it.
Why?
Let
So
me
when
tell
the
you why.
relationship,
I'm
you
gonna
run
tell
away?
you why. Let me break it down for you. Let me tell you why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see the relationship side of things. Yeah. It's something that you got to be very committed for. We need to understand the fact that girls' feelings and men's feelings are totally different. Your girlfriend might not see you for 2-3 days and feel some type of way.
Yeah.
You could be on a jog for 2-3 days and say, yeah, like I'm jogging.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm not
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
no type of way. I'll come home when I come home.
Facts.
Because I'm trying to get bread for the table. I'm trying to put food in the house. So you're not going to feel the same way she's feeling, but she wants to see you. You want to see her, but you're grinding. at
You're
the end of the
right.
day. So for me, the life I grew up living, trying to make things happen, trying to put food in the house and blah, 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 blah. I never had time to be like
In a relationship.
in a relationship. Because I think guys that go into a relationship with girls for the sake of saying, I've got a girlfriend, is very selfish.
I hear it.
Because the time that you're wasting with her, she could go and find the person that she actually loves and the person that actually wants to be with her, that wants to build a family with her. So you sitting there on the sideline and saying, oh yeah, I've got a girlfriend because she's nice and this, that, just for the sake of saying I've got a girlfriend. I think personally that is very, very selfish.
Wow.
So
Word.
I wouldn't get into a relationship knowing that I'm not going to be committed. I'm not going to give you the time that you deserve. But now it's a whole different ballgame. And now I'm now an adult.
Are you ready for love?
I've got my. If it comes my way now,
Come on.
I accept it with open arms.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
But I wouldn't go chasing.
But brother, are you sure nobody
Brother
thought
will
that
be in the chat
wait.
with his missus.
Well, W's in the chat. W's in the chat for my
W's
missus.
in the chat.
Oh, wait, brother,
quickly,
let me
someone
ask.
tried to
sorry,
call us, you know.
Sarah or Life, this person said they were trying to. They said they tried to call, but got
Oh,
aired.
sorry.
We didn't air you.
No, we
It's
didn't
just
air.
that,
The line's not open yet.
Yeah, line's
We're
not
gonna
open
open
yet.
it shortly.
And by the way, they said they were using their wife's account anyways. I don't know why they thought they had to mention that, but okay.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, but the line is not open yet.
What I was
We're
gonna
open
say
it shortly.
quickly, yeah. Are you cocksure, brother?
Yeah.
No one thought you were their man, and it's just you that knew where you lost.
That's true.
Yeah, because you might have been in a relationship without knowing.
I've had one person that we were seeing each other for quite a while.
What's a
this was
while?
Back in my teens, like a couple months.
Oh,
This
that's
was
a while for you.
Yeah, like that was back in my
Just a
teens.
couple months.
But it wasn't something that I was like, yeah, but there's no one that can come out and say, yeah, like
That's
I feel
my
like
man.
Brazza be cutting them loose
my
early.
girlfriend.
No, but I rate you though for not wasting anyone's time.
Yeah, like
Because I've wasted people's time and I regret it so
But
bad.
wait, how do you normally, just for people out there, because a lot of people out there probably thinking, how do you break it off with them? So this is like, because for the most part, girls will meet you, but they
So
in
what-
their mind, this can potentially go somewhere.
So
Where do you
if I
how do you
speak
break it off?
to, if I'm obviously like I'm speaking to whoever I'm speaking to or whatever, and we get on or whatever, I'll see how it goes. But if it gets to a certain extent where I don't see it going anywhere, I make it known.
Hi.
And then again, if we carry on that relationship, at least I know I've
You
made it
spoke your
known, and I wasn't selfish about the situation leading you on.
But the problem is some of our sisters, they want to convince you otherwise. Like, no, I'm going to
They
change.
wanna try and change your mind,
Brother,
yeah,
change
yeah.
But
him.
then
See the way
again-
brother sits, the way he's composed
I
himself.
see him.
No,
The posture he has
I
right
see
now.
the posture and it's very...
The way he's even talking. You as a woman, what you say, this is a man's man.
He said it's a man's
There's
man.
no way I can. You know when someone's looking at, brother can therefore close business deals. I watched his interview with Darkest and Harry, and he was saying he was his own agent.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he used to get the
pretend.
number, call the class.
So many trials from that.
And pretend you're the agent.
No way.
Thingy
Me,
for
if I
himself,
put on
bro.
the geezer accent,
It's long for man. It's long for man.
I mean, sometimes you got to be able to get in a mindset where you can actually speak freely. You understand?
You know what I mean?
You've
And
got,
speaking a dialect that can get
you got
to you
you
what
got
you
to be
want.
able you got to be able to change things around.
I'm too impatient to practice this accent, even when
No, that's all it is. But you know, it comes with timing and training.
Yeah.
But then again, that's when you surround yourself with the right people.
Surround. You got to elongate words like surround.
Well, you grew up around the geezers anyways, man. So
I mean, my accent ain't as good as his, mate. I tell you that for free.
It
I feel like
just
your
comes
problem is
with
that
an
you use
understanding, really.
obvious keywords.
Yeah.
So remove mates and all of that. Just talk normally.
Yeah, you
Can't
can't.
do
it.
Yeah,
Do
the mates and stuff. It comes in certain situations.
Certain
but you can't
situations.
always use them.
Fair
You know what
enough.
I mean?
Fair
You
enough.
can't
Use your tone. You just change your tone.
Yeah, you can't really use them all the time.
Like the way he's sitting, right?
Yeah, go on, talk to me.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
When you're telling these birds that
Yeah.
you've had enough.
Yeah.
It's like coming to the headmaster's office, mate.
Yeah,
Have a
do
seat.
you know what I mean? It's just like have a seat. Tea or
Hard for you to
coffee.
remove the mate, innit?
Chill on, mate.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But you're doing well. Just remove those keywords.
I
and you're
can't,
good. You
mate.
got it. You
I can't, mate.
He fell back into the
I
trap.
can't, mate.
You're doing very well.
All right, Ian, can you put the banner on, the other banner, and then we'll open the line? Because people might want to speak to Brazza.
Yeah, they
banner's
just
on
want
the
to
line,
speak
man.
to
It's
Brazza.
up.
He said
Oh,
the banner's up.
The banner's
Yeah.
up.
Oh, look,
All
it's
right,
right there.
guys, the banner's up.
The number banners so people can call now.
The line is open.
See, boys on
Peeps.
job. Hey.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just put it in
Well, the guy's there twiddling his thumb.
But the banner is up there.
Hold on. Let me just put the number in the comments as well.
I don't like this guy, man.
Why?
I don't like that guy. Well, I just feel like he just be pimping us up. Look at what he's saying now. Look at what
When
he's
you're
saying
talking
now.
to production and manager
Yeah,
like
look at what
this,
he's saying now. Boy, it's just...
yeah,
man,
we
man.
All right, well,
we
I
had
like
enough
the way-
of you pimping
Well, I
us,
don't like the
man.
way- we're going to talk about you on live, bro. I don't like the way you're using us,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have an episode dedicated.
Yeah, we
about
have
him
to, bro.
to speak.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
I think I'm connected. Guys, African science, we're learning these technologies.
Play music. Let's see if it's connected.
No, it's connected. It's connected. Before we get shut down.
Sarah, you can call now if you want to.
Oh, somebody said, I hear the guest. Wow, preach it.
Yeah. Do you
La
understand?
fancy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Francis,
sometimes-
she's gonna send you flowers.
Yeah, sometimes
La
you
fancy
gotta,
flowers.
sometimes you got to be able.
Okay, so brother, I got a question for you. Yeah.
What is it, mate?
So you see, these. Obviously, when you date girls for a long time, yeah, and obviously you feel like it's not gonna go anywhere. Do you get intimate with them?
Oh.
You gotta be asking some crazy questions.
Like,
Brazza, mate, I
what
would have
kind of
asked
questions
you
you
that,
gotta be
mate,
asking,
but
fam?
Like,
Yeah,
do you
what's
know?
wrong
Do
with
you
this
know?
guy?
I don't know what this geezer's on.
Do you know one thing
You're
that
asking some uppy questions.
when it comes to them kind of
Yeah, that's an up
situations, it's something that happens and something that you don't know if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? It's not something that you go in thinking, all right,
you got
cool.
Brazza acting like he's
This-
trying to close a business.
Yeah,
still,
no,
fam.
that's
What kind of question is this?
No, because what I just feel like, sometimes when you've obviously gone down that route,
Yeah.
with
But then
women, it's
again-
hard for
but
them
then again,
to
you need to understand-
just kind of like accept that, yo.
Women are no
this ain't
different.
what it is.
There's women that you want to speak to that want to speak to you for that.
For the panache.
For that,
You know what I mean? So don't.
They want the pipes
don't-
cleared,
yeah,
innit?
So don't sit there thinking, oh mate, it's just us.
It's just
You know what
us.
I mean?
They do it too.
There's women
They're
that
using me,
there's
innit?
women that know. All
They
right,
want
cool.
me.
This is
you're,
what I want.
you're both using each other.
Yeah, like
what each other is useful for.
There's women.
Yeah,
There's
it's better
women,
to be useful
but you
than
see
to be
me,
useless.
You see me,
By the way.
with my mindset.
Yeah.
From young, like I've always been someone that dated elder women.
Oh, older
Good
women.
question. What's the oldest like compared to like what's the gap?
Look at his eyes.
Maybe you don't have to
See where-
mention the-
See how his eyes are going deep into the ceiling? I can already see we're in the 50s,
like-
60s.
The
49, 50?
I told you we're in the
49,
50s.
50.
Yeah, 49, 50.
Brother, you
Jesus
did.
Christ.
What was that like?
Yeah, brother, can you talk to me through the 50-year-olds?
Let me say something to you about elder women. And this was in my young days. Elder women, they get to
Sorry, young days. So how old are you?
I was about 22, 23.
With a 50-year-old?
Yeah.
So
No.
double your age.
Yeah, pretty
Talk
much.
about it.
But then again,
Guys doing 2 for 1.
you see,
Sorry, man. Sorry, go on.
you
sorry.
see the 4.9 liters.
Uh-huh.
That's a 4.9.
4.9
liter.
That's a very
That's
big
heavy
engine,
G, bro.
bro.
That's
Big
V8.
engine.
What,
It requires a lot
That's
of
a V8.
petrol.
A lot
Yeah.
of petrol. That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
one.
saying.
makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, that one there is
Guzzler.
it's not something to be played with.
I hear it.
I believe you.
Guzzler.
And more time, you need a black box.
A black box.
You need a black box. Yeah.
To get cheaper insurance.
Yeah, they need to
I get it,
understand how
man.
it's being driven. You can't
Because
just put your
otherwise,
foot
yeah.
down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't
you
just
can't put your foot
But
down.
you see, with elder women, yeah, one thing I got to understand
Just
is
tap on the
that
pedal very lightly.
you learn as you go, and with them, it's not. They tell you exactly what it is. Like
Yeah,
they
straight
know.
up.
There's no headache. There's okay. This is what it is. Done. You ring me.
Because they ain't got no time to waste.
Like, do you know what I mean? I ring you when I ring you. You ring me. Well, it is.
She
what it
wasn't
is.
married or anything. She was single.
Yeah, she was single at the time. Yeah. So
Divorced, probably.
yeah, most probably divorced. Yeah. So it was more like a fun time, innit? Really.
Wow.
Where did she find you?
I said, where did
this
you
was
find
a-
each other?
This one's a good one. I was out eating, and then you know when you can feel someone just looking at you, and then you turn heads, just connect.
Locked it.
And you see me, I'm the type. If we lock eyes, and I say, "Oh, cool," and I'm there.
You're there. You're not looking away.
Man said, before she doing this,
Man said he's
boys
not
riding
blinking.
there.
And I'm there, and I'm not straight away to you. Hi, friends. How are you? Right? What's your name? Hi, friends. Because one thing about moving to girls, this is something that a lot of people get wrong.
Come on.
It's not about the person that you're trying to speak to. It's about making the surrounding of her friends comfortable.
You must first
If
speak
they're
to the village.
comfortable, you now get that free time to
So
speak
guys,
to her.
by the way,
around.
if you're watching it, this is like how to move to groups. You find the groups.
do you understand?
Yeah.
And there's one you want to,
When a girl's in a group, you gotta make sure that the friends are comfortable.
comfortable.
Bye.
You gotta make sure when you say, "Come, can we go to the bar and get a drink?" Her friends are like, "Yeah, go."
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't want her friends thinking twice.
Dragging
like,
her
"Where's
away,
this guy?"
yeah.
Like you might be
You
a
know what I
serial
mean?
killer
guy's
or something. You want them to
So
know that
you wanna go there,
you're safe.
You wanna go. You don't want to sit next to her. You maybe sit next to a friend.
Facts.
Introduce yourself.
Talk to
Have
the
a
friend
laugh.
first.
Where you been? What's the time? Oh, where did you go before?
Yeah, huh?
Get to know. Get to know everyone.
How did your husband let you out looking?
Yeah, like, looking like that. That's wow.
Is that the kind of girl you do? How did your husband let you out?
Okay,
Look at
okay.
this. What's wrong with this guy?
You got a gas so small.
This one is scary,
Oh, we
brother.
got a call. We got a call.
Okay.
When you go
Yeah,
out there,
WN is clapping for you.
Yeah,
Like,
do you know-
you end up with a
it's
hefty
true
bill.
You're making a lot.
Hello.
You're making a lot of people hot.
Go. Hello? Hey, man.
Olumi.
Hold on. It's coming through. Hold on.
See, I told him to check the speakers, man.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
How are you?
Loudest.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, bro.
Is that WhatsApp?
Yes, bro. Are you okay?
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Sukadi.
Yes, my brother. Hello.
Yes. I just want to say, thank you. So,
Where's he calling from?
I'm just calling from London.
Oh, okay. You're most welcome, my brother.
Are you Ugandan?
Now I'm Yoruba.
You're lying. What's your name? Oluwaseye.
Oluwaseye Ogufidodo.
Eh.
Is it what?
Oluwaseye Ogufidodo.
Oguku Dodo. Oluwa Shayen.
Ogun.
You got lying, innit?
Ogunfidodo.
I don't know what that means. Ogu.
So Ogufi Dedo, where are you here or in Nigeria?
He said in London.
He's in London.
From London.
Were you born here? This one, you come like you've come from Nigeria. You are changing who you are now. Which one is Olu and Dodo?
Anyway.
That's a mad one.
They can't hear.
Oh, he's put it in the chat. His
Where?
name, Sarah Ophia.
Where?
Oh, yeah. So you're the one. Oh, wait. You're the one calling from your wife's account. Oluwaseye, you're the one calling from your wife's account.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
What were you
yeah.
saying, bro?
Yes.
Someone said, turn it up. That won't go louder than that. Why is he laughing, bro?
Three questions.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go on.
That's the loudest it can go, you know.
So,
It's that phone, bro. That thing is
First-
louder than that.
first question. So first question. I'm actually, what do you call it? No, I really want to come on your guys' podcast.
Okay.
As a guest.
Okay.
I've actually already sent you guys an email today. I know it's a bit lastminute.com thing.
Okay.
But I really want to have a podcast. Talk about
Oluwase, I don't like this, man. I don't like this.
the
Okay. Okay.
life as well.
We'll try to pick up the email
Ask him,
after the show.
Oluwase, do you have any input to what we're talking about?
Cool. And then
Bro, someone said, just turn up.
what?
Oh, who's that said? Someone said network. Another person with spanner on their name said, just turn up Sukali's mic.
Say that again.
No, don't listen. Don't turn up the mic.
Yeah, sorry, go on. Say that again, please.
Yapping, man.
I said it's a little bit all over the place at the moment. What you guys are talking about on podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be very honest with you, I do actually love what you guys are doing, and like building this podcast. So me and wife watch you almost every day.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Yeah, and I actually really enjoy what you're actually talking about, and I mean, even though you know, to be honest, the even though I don't really, I really understand what you guys are talking about because I'm neurodiverse myself and I'm autistic myself.
Okay,
But-
autistic, yeah.
Yeah, but I do actually love what you guys are talking about. If that makes sense.
Nah, thank you so much for the
Yeah.
support, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll get production to pick up on the email you sent. Sorry, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's all right. No worries.
All right, then. Thank you so much for your support, bro.
Thank you.
All right.
Ask him,
All
does he
right,
have any
take
other-
care.
Oh, so Gandhi, guess what? I
Yeah.
actually know your cousin.
Who?
His name is called Paul. Something Paul.
Something Paul.
It might be Paul and you don't know Paul.
How do you know him?
It's actually a full name, but I do know his name's called Paul. I met him at the Find the Fine event.
The
The
what?
what?
I actually met him at the Find the Fine event.
Okay.
Final?
Yeah, the black event.
I will go and check my family tree for which Paul this is. But thank you so much, brother, man. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for supporting. And our love to your wife for also supporting. Huh? Yep.
No worries.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Ah, bless Paul, man, and his missus. Okay, where were we? Yeah, you were telling us about your escapades with older women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Huh?
where was we? What point was we at?
You said the 4.9 liter.
So then you said they
Then
teach you
we
stuff.
ended up in a bar.
Yeah, so you're the bar.
yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah,
the-
yeah,
what we said
yeah,
is
yeah.
you have to first talk to the village
Yeah,
before you get to the chief.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, you have
Yeah.
to talk to. You have to talk to the village. You have to make sure everyone's comfortable. You can't just go there and speak to the master.
You can't just approach the queen.
You can't just approach the. I can talk about.
You have to talk
What
to
are you
the.
talking about?
You have to talk to her surrounding
No,
court.
of course.
They
Before
call them. You know what they call them in the royal family?
Where?
Ladies in waiting.
ladies.
Ladies are waiting.
Yeah, that was it.
You have to speak to the ladies in
Of
waiting.
course,
Uh-huh.
understand that. And then once you've done that, I'm telling you, it is the biggest through ball to whatever you're trying to accomplish. Because you need to understand, you see girls, in friendship, they're very close.
Very.
And don't forget, that split second that you're not looking or whatever, they've already had their eye contact.
She's got a man. She's got a man.
Yeah.
Their eye contacts and looks to say, it's not happening. Or if they're interacting or whatever,
They're like, give him a chance.
yeah, like what? He's a lovely lad.
He's a lovely lad.
Like well dressed, smells good. Do you know what I mean? He's come over, he said hello to everyone. Maybe said, you know what, do you guys want a drink or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
But
ask.
be
Would
careful
you-
of that
would
question,
you-
though.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, let's
You
say
wanna
there's
drink?
like a group of like, let's say 6 girls.
Yeah,
Maybe you've
that's
seen one of them that you
No,
like.
but then again-
are you buying the drinks for all of them?
No, but then again, I wouldn't say something that I know personally I can't do.
That's
Okay.
On knowing that if I do, it's gonna hurt my pockets.
Thank you.
For example, I wouldn't go on a date knowing that even
So
if-
how do you approach them? Let's say you're in that scenario. You find one girl you like. You talk about you're gonna introduce yourself to all of them, and what are you gonna do?
obviously I'll go over and speak to everyone. But then again, me being the way I am, me asking if you don't want to drink, the way we're vibing, that's not even going to come into your head because the way my personality is and we're laughing or whatever, that is the last thing on
That's
your
the
mind.
last thing on your mind.
Because my personality is your drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I'ma
get drunk.
quench
That's
you
a
up
bar. That's a bar. Man said,
We can swing them out. If he rather than buying drink, I just swing them by. Say, oh, ladies, let's have
You know what I mean?
shots.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
this
it's
person.
cheaper.
You
You know what I mean?
So SON Network said they're buying everyone. This person is using
He's
business.
got money, though.
He's using companies' accounts. I don't know what that person
I made
is.
that mistake here of saying, hi everyone, just being friendly. Can we buy your drink? And it was the most expensive bottle on the.
Oh, you bought them a drink.
What could I say?
How many of them were there?
You can't just buy one person a drink. You have to buy for everybody.
How many of them was
But
there?
that's one thing as well. That's just how, just growing up in general. Like for example, if I make food in my house and I have guests,
You have to go for
I'm
everyone.
cooking for everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Like you don't just cook for yourself.
But
If
I
you order
heard
food-
Banange.
If you order food, you can't just.
Let me
order
tell you
food for
something.
yourself.
I've got my cousin, shout her out. She's half Bayesian.
Yeah.
Apparently in Barbados,
Yeah.
when you go at someone's house,
Yeah.
they can even eat food when you're sitting there.
Yeah, man.
Because it's every man for themselves.
WN
bro.
said shots is the
No, they're
only
not.
way.
That's what you think. Depends where
That's
you
what I
are.
would have
It's true,
done.
depends
Depends where you
at.
are, bro. Shots,
yeah,
you can
that's
see.
kind of
shots can be
you
mad.
No, but it can never be
I
as
was in
expensive
Lake,
as buying a
bro.
bottle.
I was in
That's
Lake
fast.
Shots
Como.
for 6 women might be £10 per shot.
I was in Lake Como.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the video of the taxi meter?
Yeah.
I have never seen a taxi meter move so fast in my life. No, bro. The taxi meter was moving so fast, yeah, that I said, now I understand what they mean by Lake Como.
Where is Lake Como? I've never heard of this place.
Italy.
Italia.
But it's like
Is that like the
south of France, but
yeah,
in
south
Italy.
of Italy.
Tabella.
Oh,
Like you can-
where they do them boats?
Yeah,
Where they
like
the
you can-
nice boats?
You can smell it. You know.
You can smell
riches.
success.
You know,
Yeah.
even the way the kids on the street, just their aura, the way they behave. You know their parents. There's
Raised them
something
well.
going
They're
on.
doing well.
Yeah,
You know what I
money,
mean?
money
So-
people.
The prices of certain things or whatever to everyone there, because anyone that goes to Lake Como, they've got money. So it's the place where you tap your card, you don't look at the meter.
Hey,
But me, I'm there for a
down.
wedding. I'm gonna look at the.
I'm gonna look at
I'm gonna look
it.
at the meter. I'm there because I have to be there.
Bro.
It's one of my best friend's weddings. I have to be there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like
But I can also
Wow.
expensive, expensive, bro. But getting there was cheap. But that's where they catch you up.
obviously getting there. is
But
cheap,
then again, if you look at vice versa, going to Africa is expensive. But when you get there,
It's cheaper.
Yeah, that's-
do you know what I mean?
that makes sense though.
Like it's crazy. Like I paid like to go to Lake Como. I think my flight was like £69
that's not bad.
See? That's
To go to Lake
to
Como, yeah?
go to
It's
Lake
actually more
Como. Yeah,
expensive to go to Birmingham and Bristol.
yeah.
than
So,
it is
but when
to-
you get there,
That's
that's where they
mad.
catch you out.
Jesus
So
Christ.
you see this 50-year-old you're dating,
Yeah.
sorry, because I'm really intrigued.
Yeah, go on. No, I was.
Where did you take her out to eat and did she pay for stuff? Were you like a sugar baby?
But then again,
That's
no.
a
But
good
then
question.
again, but then again, we didn't date like that.
Oh, you're just under the sheets.
I think we linked most probably like 3-4 times.
Uh-huh.
You both knew what it was.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it wasn't a thing where it was a let's go out kind of thing.
Said she was there for a good time, not
Yeah,
a
like,
long
no,
time.
like, probably, we met each other like we met up must be like 3-4 times. Yeah, like around that time.
And did you feel like she wanted you because of your stamina, your young age? Did you have to do multiple? Were you like a round
I
band?
accepted that.
Yeah.
I said I
You had to work
I
for your
accepted
position.
that because it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hey, brother,
It was goody. But would you ever actually be with an older woman, like relationship?
I was literally about to go into a convo now in regards to that. It's not about elder women. It's about the fact that you see girls, they would look at a man that's got kids. They wouldn't date that man because he's got kids. But when it's the other way around, people are like, why wouldn't you date
A woman that has
a
kids.
woman that has kids? So with that, where I'm going with this is that, would you guys, let's just say everyone here was single. Let's just speak on everyone's just
That's
single.
my
or
favorite
whatever.
question.
Huh?
That's my favorite question.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, what do you think about people, like ladies denying the fact that the guy's got kids and baby mama drama or whatever?
Yeah.
They wouldn't date that guy, but them being single, they're expecting to be dated, even though they've got kids.
I think anybody, man or woman, that rules out dating somebody because they have children
I
is
think
missing
selfish.
out. You're doing yourself a disservice.
I think
Because
it's selfish.
let me tell you something. Yeah, I would probably date a woman that has kids before a single woman if like you were to put them together. Because that woman that has kids, at least I know she has a responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
I know that. Okay, this is someone that can actually look after
Behaviour's
children.
different.
Behavior is different. You know what I'm saying? I would never rule it out. But I also love when a woman says, "I won't date a man with kids."
Look.
I know. I was just reading it. WN
Men
says
with kids usually still have an issue with their baby mum.
their baby mums.
You see? This is the point I'm trying to make
This is the
now.
point you're making.
When it comes to the guy having kids, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
But when it's like, you got kids, I can't go there, it's a problem.
But do you not
for
think
women?
Yeah, for women. Yeah, for women, it's a problem. But me
Okay,
personally,
so what I think that is the women are petty. Do you get what I'm
What do you
saying?
mean?
Petty in the sense that they don't want to deal with the fact that that woman will be giving headache. I think it's the same, but normally it's women that like they like to give
yeah.
the father of their children like headache. You know, that's known. Like they get jealous. They start moving mad.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of women don't also want to deal with that.
Okay, but
Do you get what I mean?
I had this was a good friend of mine that I grew up with. Until this day, I even still think about conversation. He was older than me at the time. He was like I was just a young kid that used to hang around with my older lot from my area or whatever. And he said one thing to me one day. He said, "Yeah, like when you turn 21, me and you're gonna have a one-on-one." And that's the last conversation we had, because him and someone else have gone to meet someone. The baby dad's come round and chefed him.
Wait,
But it wasn't even. Yeah, he's dead. It wasn't even his link. He just got brought on a two-man thing kind of thing. The baby dad's come. So the person that was dating the actual
baby mum?
the baby mum, he got. So the baby dad of whoever that he wasn't dating the baby mum. He was dating the friend. He was doing a double link.
Yeah.
The guy come round because of the baby mum was
Yeah.
whatever. Done him, bro.
Chef, both of them.
No, I think one of them. The other one, the main culprit.
The main
got away.
culprit.
And your boy,
My boy that was just there on the double thing. He's the one I got.
whoa.
But how's that made you feel then?
That's
about
the
dating
only.
women with-
It's a risk. It's a risk to take because you need to understand that's someone else's kid. But then again, you can't rule the fact that she has a kid. She's still a woman at the end of the day.
Someone's got to love her.
Like someone, like, do you know what I mean?
No, but then
like,
do you think? Okay, here's my
it's
question.
a risky.
to you, yeah?
It's risky, man.
It is risky,
It's a risky
but
game,
then
bro.
do you think? Because I'm always of the belief like, listen, people in life sometimes you get with someone you think it might be a forever thing, but then it doesn't work out because you start to find out as you get deep into the relationship, you find out more and more that okay, this person's not really who I signed up for. But then again, maybe the worst has happened. You've had a child with this person.
Yeah.
Now, do you not feel like maybe sometimes women should do more in terms of, and both men as well, like when you're getting into another relationship, if you have like a psychopath of an ex,
Yeah.
you should be informing this person that
Making
you're getting
it
with
known.
that, making it known because that situation there, I'm pretty sure she might have, decorated everything to make it seem like all glue. Oh, this is sweet. This is all nice. But then this time you're with a murderer or some sites, someone that's like goes into like a jealous rage. You know what I mean? I feel like your ex.
Yeah.
You know what they're
know
capable of.
capable of, yeah.
So you should be able to warn
But
if
most
you
of
care
them
about
don't
that
make it
person.
known.
They
It's the
don't make
fact
it
that,
known.
okay, he don't live here. He ain't got a key to my house. That doesn't stop nothing,
That
bro.
don't stop.
Because there's men out there that leave women behind. No, there's men out there that get left by their women or their baby mum or whatever because of their mistake, knowing that they don't want to leave, but she's left, but he's still there.
He's still
doing
there.
the creepy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, understand? So that's a very risky game.
And that's the thing, to add on to that, I know people are going to call me a simp or whatever, but man, them need to be honest that a lot of the stereotypes that women have of dating men with kids is because of the way man move. innit?
Yeah, of course.
A lot of men are
Of
deadbeat
course.
baby dads, and because of them being deadbeats, they have baby mums that are like, basically pressing on them, and that's why women don't want to get involved in that kind of drama, innit?
That's a good point, what she just said.
What-
Also, let's be honest, women introduce their children to men like
Too early.
Yeah, too
That's a
early.
good point.
These
That's
days.
a very good point because a lot of kids are starting to come in contact with men that women are dating very early,
Too
and
early.
you need to understand from a kid's point of view. To them, seeing someone every day, that's something that they see when they come out of school, dad's picking up their kids. So they're thinking in their head,
This is dad.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when that person goes away, bro, that can mess up a kid's mind differently, you know? And another thing as well, you need to understand, if you're going into a relationship with a woman that has got kids, maybe I'm different to everyone else, but I'm making sure I'm going into that relationship good because that kid's now my priority.
Facts.
Even though he's not mine,
Facts.
I can't go there knowing that, okay, I've got nothing to do with this kid. If we're now together, this kid's part of us now. We're like,
So stability, basically.
yeah,
that's
so
what you're
basically
saying,
you need to know, but you can't just go there thinking, okay, he's not my kid. There's a lot of people that do that, bro. That's happening right now as we speak.
Nah, it's crazy to me. Especially because I have many siblings, right? And obviously we're all from different mums. But I've always grown up with that thing that, bro, family is family.
Yeah, bro.
And I think if I'm ever raising someone else's child, you have to see them as your child.
You have
Otherwise,
to.
it won't work.
You have
It just
to.
won't work. You have to say in your head, this is my son or this is my daughter.
You have to.
And treat them the same as you would your actual biological sons and daughters. And I think sometimes the issues is the fathers don't like that.
Yeah. There was even a video that I saw on TikTok that went viral. This man, he went to McDonald's. His baby mum come to meet him with the kids, but 2 of them are not his. He just bought his.
Yeah, he bought his kids McDonald's.
Man like Aloise says, shout out Prince Aloise, no kid should be meeting a new man if he ain't got intentions to get married to the woman.
I do hear that.
I hear that.
I do hear that. But I'm only speaking on behalf of someone that missed out on the father figure, knowing how important it is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, for
understand?
sure.
Like
for
knowing
sure.
how important
Facts.
it is to have a dad in your life.
Facts.
So if someone's coming in and out every fucking apologies for the swear word.
No,
every 6 months or so.
You don't know. And again, it can impact how you
speaks to the type of woman, innit?
Yeah, but it can also, even you as a child, though, I feel like he
Yeah.
was mentioning like even some of the impacts you had growing up, where you start to think some things are normal. Like this is what it's supposed to be, actually.
Exactly that.
You should be able to have different women.
Exactly that.
Do you know what I mean?
And we need to understand the fact that kids in this generation that we live now and the YouTube and the videos that they watch and stuff, kids now, they're way more intelligent than us when we
They're
were kids.
exposed to a lot.
We just saw that, didn't we?
So
Yeah.
we need to understand the fact that they go into school speaking about these things.
Yeah, we saw a video of 5-year-olds. I don't even seen it on Google, on Channel 4.
No.
A Secret Life of 5-year-olds.
No.
And there's a girl saying, "Oh my gosh, I want to marry that boy. He's gonna marry because he's African and I'm African." Kids are switched on.
Like kids are so switched on to the fact that they know what's what to an extent where they know what they're missing.
Yeah.
Because they see it. Bro, even me. Like, for example, when I used to play football, when I used to play Sunday League as a kid, and I see all the parents picking up their kids, I'm going home on my own.
Yeah, and you know you're missing that.
Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone's getting in their car, rainy days or whatever. Sometimes I'm getting in the car with my teammates. Their parents are dropping me down the road or whatever.
I remember those.
Them things, you start to experience it as you get older and older, and it can affect you, bro.
Of course it can. And I think
Like,
because of that,
massively, bro. It can affect you as a kid massively. But lucky for me, I was able to deal with it in a situation that now, do you know what I mean? I'm here, like I'm not in a bad way.
In a bad way,
But for others that
it might not go that way.
yeah, it couldn't go, bro. For others, it might go completely the opposite way. But we've seen it.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
do you think some of these kids are out doing what they're doing?
What it
Yeah.
There's no father figure behind them.
Facts.
There's nothing behind them to show them what the right route is.
Yeah.
So we see it daily, bro. Kids getting arrested with this or that or this or that or
Because
this
there's
or
no
that.
father figure. So wait, would you date a woman that's got kids?
I wouldn't say no.
You wouldn't say no.
I wouldn't say no.
Even though you don't have kids?
If it, like Jody said, I'll date with intention, knowing that okay, if I start speaking to someone, then later on she tells me, okay, oh, whenever we start speaking, I've got kids, but I really see something with this woman.
You go. What age? Is there an age limit for you that the kids have to be?
Not necessarily, because either way, if the kid's young, it's something that you now have intentions to be with this woman. Cool. The kid's gonna grow up knowing that okay, this is my dad because the way you're gonna treat. Then again, but if the kid's a certain age, you can now have a conversation.
Okay, you don't mind.
So you can
teenagers.
build a conversation throughout the relationship to show the kid, okay, cool, I'm not your dad, but I'm here for you. Do you get it?
that
So there's
works,
ways, no matter the age, there's ways of dealing with the situation.
Quickly, I just want to quickly bring this up, because I don't know how much more we have left. So Prince
we
is
gotta wrap up.
Yeah, but Prince brought up a very interesting point here, which I just kind of want to ask your opinion on. So his thing is that it is on us men to be in your kids' lives, because doing the opposite can be very dangerous for your kids. and their mother. Men can be dangerous. And I agree with that point. But the question I wanted to ask was like, do you think the responsibilities on men to, if they don't work out with a partner or wherever it might be, but they got kids, do you think the responsibility solely rests on the man to make sure they're in their kids' lives? Because you know some men would have mentioned some baby moms act out in some type of ways.
Then again, we need to understand the fact that even now, there's men that are wanting to be in their kid's life, but the mum's not letting them. So what do we say about that? So you can have a situation where there's men that have partnered with they're not with their partner anymore, but they're in a great relationship.
That's
they see
right,
the kids whenever.
Yeah.
And then you got the ones where they're trying to see the kids, but the mum's not having none of it. So what do you do? So you can only do so much as a man.
Facts.
Because then again, don't forget, there's women out there that would want to get rid of you, but at the same time, they don't want to get rid of you.
Yeah.
So they will make your life hell just to get rid of you.
Just to get rid of
But even though they know they don't want to get rid of you, but because of the stupidness you're doing, they're going to have to get rid of you.
So to a degree, I mean, you're saying that the in that situation you just mentioned, is that you're saying that because of what the man is doing is what's making her act that way?
Of course, more time it is, bro. Because then again, there's some that
There's
it's vice
nuances,
versa.
yeah.
Okay, like there's so many answers and so many scenarios
What I would say-
where you can't just pinpoint
say-
one.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I would say in this situation, I feel like there are evil people out there.
Yeah.
When I mean
of
evil,
course.
like there's evil women and there's evil men in it. You understand? When it comes to this type of situation, yeah. But let's look at it from a realistic perspective, yeah. What actually makes you a father is providing for your child, isn't it? Regardless whether you're with the mom or not, right? So if you stop doing these things, yeah, actually, like, you're not giving your kids no money regularly, you're not paying for nothing they have,
Yeah.
you come as of when you want. Does that make you a father?
Of course not.
It doesn't.
No.
So do you still expect to get the treatment of a father if you're not doing all these things?
No at all.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like a lot of women have issues with the men when they're not providing.
Of course.
Because it's like, and to be fair with you, and this is what I realized with this country, yeah, it's been set up in a way where people can just get kids, have kids, and just think, oh, your mom will get benefits anyway, so you're good. They're not in good positions to be able to look after that child. They're just making noise for the sake of making noise because they want to feed their ego.
Yeah.
But you're not actually doing what you're supposed to be doing for your child.
I'd say-
You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like a lot of women start getting pissed off. It's like, so what you coming, like, I don't understand. Like,
You're not
what-
needed here.
Yeah,
What are you
you're not-
needed
yeah.
here if you're not actually doing what you're supposed to be doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Then there are evil women that regardless of what you're
you're trying to
doing
do.
is not enough because that guy doesn't want to be with them.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
So
that's
it's-
just
it's
how it
all or
goes a
nothing.
lot. Yeah, women's one I think is more from jealousy and bitterness, and then sometimes as well from the where the women are like, no, you can't. It's also from you're not bringing
bringing.
So what?
But then there's
like,
also
you know what
those
I'm saying?
men that are only there for their children because they're jealous of the new father. And
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, but
100%.
it's what we just said. There's so no, it's true though.
There is, there is.
It's
They're
true.
not there because they love the youth. They're
They're
just
not.
there because there's a new guy that's treating the youth better than them,
Yeah.
and they're trying to go bar for bar.
So what is that bad?
It is bad because it's not out of love.
Yeah.
It's not out of love.
It's
but
out
then
of
again,
competition.
It's out of
with this, like I
competition.
said, there's
Wow,
so many.
I did- I
There's
did
so
that-
many
Oh,
you didn't know?
scenarios.
It is.
Oh, it's
Nah, I
there.
didn't think
We
about
can't we can't pinpoint it because there's so much. But me personally,
See,
I
that's what I'm
think
saying. Women are fine to co-parent until the guy has a new woman. That one comes from jealousy.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
there.
like, but men do the
do the same.
Yeah, it's
bro,
the same thing.
it's both sides, bro.
both sides.
It's both sides. But for me personally, I think being there is more important than providing.
Facts.
Yes. Yes.
I think personally, being in your son's life,
yeah,
even
someone
if you
actually
don't
mentioned
have
that.
the majority of the things that he wants and needs, I think you being there is more important than
Yeah, I
any
think
of that.
yeah. Prince actually made said yeah, giving money
Yeah.
alone is just a cop out.
I'm sorry about
Yeah,
Sun
yeah, that's
Network.
what I'm saying.
It's killer. You said Uzi for president. Sorry, Prime Minister.
Yeah.
They downgraded you quickly.
downgraded the
You
Prime
weren't talking. They said, no. President's a bit too much. But wait, guys, let's do last words then, because we've actually been podding for a minute.
Yeah.
It's 11:30.
Look, some little people are bringing so much. So I was gonna say, how do you lot feel about the DDG situation? But anyways, that's crazy. I
You can touch on it
I don't know
quickly,
much
but
on it.
I don't know much about.
and that's the problem where I don't really like commenting on celebrity situation too much because you only see what they put in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't know what's
Like,
behind
you
closed
don't,
doors.
and you can
You
just
don't
be
know, yeah, that's
chatting.
what
All I will
and you
say
don't
about
know
the
story.
DDG situation, I don't know it too much, but what I will say is it's a big shame that they had to go through this publicly.
Facts.
That I mean, because the view I had of, is it Halle? I saw her as a Little Mermaid. My daughter loves her.
Yeah.
Looks up to her.
Yeah.
And then to see all the texts that leaked, you know, they were
Bro,
going back. It was very toxic and
She
stuff.
on a
I just
mad
feel
thing.
like it ruined her Disney
She ain't so
image.
innocent no
And I
more,
feel like
bro.
with DDG, it's like, bro, I understand you know, you might having trouble co-parenting.
Yeah.
But even when you're having trouble co-parenting, protect the mother.
Yeah.
Because she's still the mother of your child. And if you're stressing her out, bro, your child's gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, bro, your child's gonna, and he has stressed her. I'm not saying he's totally wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the things he was within his right.
Yeah.
But just remember, she's with your child majority of the time, and she is stressed out now.
Yeah.
She's seeing you twerk on India. What's the India Royal, India Love, or whoever he's twerking on? He's here chatting her name online.
Yeah, man.
And that's one thing about me. Yeah, I don't want to say never.
But that's the jealousy situation then.
Doesn't matter, bro. The fact is, don't stress your BM out.
But
So
I
wait,
think,
you can't live your life then anymore.
but I think,
No, you can, but he's
I think
overdone it.
yeah, but then again, you know, you
But
have
that's
to
part of
understand
his life.
From you see with celebs and these women that get with these guys, understand that you've made your bed, now lay in it. You need to understand the life that they live. You need to understand they're all for the media. So for example,
pull his mouth close because he needs to say this thing
No,
loud.
yeah, so you need to understand the fact that
I'm just jarring
it
now,
goes
bro.
with anything. For example, when they get with these rappers and that, you know they're gonna say certain things on tracks. You know they're gonna behave in a certain way, but you know that. So for you to get into that relationship, deal with what comes your way.
I hear
Why
that.
you going public with it? You knew that was gonna happen.
I hear that.
Bro,
Someone
this
wants
person
them
be
to change their
rapping
name to
about
Mr.
sleeping with 10 girls in one day.
Bro, there's
They're
two
telling
sides
you
to every
this, there's-
story, though.
No,
I'm trying
but
to
what
say to
I'm
you,
saying to you is that, bro, yeah, I'm sick and tired of, bro, do you know the
Sugarcoating it.
celebrity relationship here is the most annoying things
Yeah,
ever
it is.
because
It is.
when they're on Valentine's Day, they put flower in the whole entire area for them. They show them brand new G-Wagon. They buy them all the latest AP. Life is good. A month later, they're crying. Oh, he was due. Bro, brother, like, can you handle your shit privately,
But
bruv?
I think personally,
And if this person's abused you, go to the police, bruv. Go to the police.
No, it's
I'm
true.
tired,
it's
man.
True. Like, it's true, bro. Like all this public stuff for me,
Yeah.
I don't understand it. But then again,
good.
you know what they say? Each to their own.
Each
Each
their
to
own.
their own.
Let every man carry their cross.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Braza, you know that you're getting like bigger and bigger out here. Don't let them catch you in this thing. Or the thing you were telling me earlier on, please keep that same game plan. Don't let them catch you. I don't want to see your face shot to the thing like,
They would
oh
never.
no, shit,
You
bro.
think a man could have gotten 30 years to get to this point and he
For
fumbles
sure.
now?
Facts.
He's well
Facts.
trained.
I don't
Man, he's
see
too
it.
smart.
I don't
That's what
see
they
it.
don't realize. Brother jokes a lot, but he's a
I
smart
don't see
man.
it, man. I don't see it happening,
This
bro.
is
I
my
don't see it.
general. You understand?
Our general.
I'll tell you one thing
You're
right now.
not ready. You're not ready for this.
What do you mean? Why am I not
we're about
ready?
to head into.
You're not ready. You
You
can't
can't
even come.
handle all
You
the
wasn't
women.
confident about
No,
handling
no,
all the
no,
women.
no,
I don't know,
Oh, no,
man.
that was for
You
you,
can't
man.
even
Yeah.
come to small event with us.
Exactly. We only got confident men in our batch, bro.
But I'll tell you one thing. This
Yeah.
this has been a very good podcast.
The
Very
fact
good.
you
You're
and-
gassing us.
We're gonna bring brother
No,
back.
no. And you know what it is
I'll
as
bring
well?
proper
Brother back,
episode
man.
there.
And you know what it is as well?
We're locked in.
I could sit here for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'd rather
Same
do
here.
though? I feel like I didn't like the fact
Realistically.
that we just brought Brazil for a live. Like I think we just actually have a proper episode.
No, it has to
No,
happen.
no, no.
Yeah,
We're
whenever.
gonna
We're
do
gonna do
it.
like a proper
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Just
But for
like a
me,
normal episode.
I'm gonna be real, yeah.
Brother, they
When
say
I-
our guest single. They're asking.
Well, I knew this was gonna come.
Come to the live show. You will see brother. This big up all you boys.
WN said
All
something
you boys, we're waiting
in
for you,
Luganda.
boo-boo.
I don't know. Can you translate for what she said? She said something a bit up there in Luganda.
Oh yeah, I read it. She said, "Are you single? Let's get married." Baby.
Oh, let's get married
Who
Who
straight.
said that? Who said that?
WN.
W-
in the chat
If
for
you want to
WN.
see brother, come to our live
Come to our
show.
live show. We'll do
Come to
live
our
pop the
live
balloon
show.
with brother. Live pop the balloon. Pop the balloon with brother. We should do that segment, you know.
We're gonna have
We should do that.
30 minutes before anything, a meet and greet of brother.
Facts. A live show on the 27th of July.
Brother,
Come on.
WN sent me there.
Midaya.
Yeah. Come
Yes.
a couple hours before so we can have a chat.
You know like that. Look, he said it. You heard it from him. He said it.
Guys, you can see the QR code, scan it, get your tickets for the live
Get
show.
your ticket.
Brother will be there.
Oh, man,
In,
but yeah,
in all his
man.
pride and glory.
And many other Brazza-esque. Not the same as Brad, but esque.
Other versions of browser. Nah, but bro, like you said, this has been amazing.
No, it's good.
properly.
And I can't like. What I was gonna say is when I saw you on Harry Panera and Darkest, I was like,
I want to go to the live show, but it's Sunday and I don't live in London.
Can you not read
No,
in your
somebody
head?
here, we're losing
But
a
you read
ticket.
in
I
your
want to
head.
convert this sale. We're
Ow.
losing a ticket. Somebody said they because it's a Sunday.
Julie, be guided. Be guided. Go to
know
church
what
in the
we
morning.
I got an idea. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
So Carly
We
was
can't tell
saying
everything.
No, what I was saying
Scarlett
anyway,
was saying
when I
that.
saw that you went on Harry Panera on Darkest, obviously shout out their podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out Old and
Old
Bold,
and
man.
Bold, right?
Yeah.
I said, he's gone to the pinnacle. What can we give this man? Huh? He's already gone to the highest of the high.
Yeah.
So the fact that you... Can I finish this point, bro? The comment is still there.
Big Ego Media, bro?
Let me just finish.
I just want to shout out Big Ego, man. Go on. Sorry. But
No,
your
you
ego
shout
is
out.
big right now.
You
But go
shout-
on, anyway, go on.
Sorry. As you were saying before the mosquito interrupted.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As
the
if the
mosquito.
comment from Big Ego.
This guy reduced me to a mere mosquito. Are you serious?
Anyway, the point I was trying to make is you saying that really means a lot, bro.
Yeah, no,
that
definitely,
you
man.
could pod
Honestly,
with
like I
us
said,
for-
when it was messaged me, it was a no-brainer for me, man.
Thank you, man.
I said, yeah, definitely. Obviously, you lot stuff are obviously popping up all the time. I've been seeing it. So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, like it's not something I'm gonna come and it's gonna be awkward. And you see, for me, I'm for the community, man.
Yeah, man.
Like you see, I just want
Lovely.
everyone to do well, man. So
Nah.
if that means me coming on this show and making something happen, then so be it.
I appreciate you.
God will continue to bless you.
Yeah.
Not just
Amen,
you,
amen,
even the
amen.
generation that will come out of your loins.
Amen,
Praise
amen.
God. They'll be
Amen,
blessed. Okay,
man.
now you can shout out Big Ego Media.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, what do you mean? You just about trying
Nah,
to...
shout out Big Ego Media though. That is
No,
big.
because I couldn't. I was
brother
reading it. I
Bobby.
was like, all right. He said, but it seems like he's
The crazy
co-signing.
thing is-
He's co-signing the pop the balloon.
Franza,
He's
you said
co-signing.
you'd do anything to help the community. God has tested you straight away. Are you willing to do like pop the balloon?
Let's go. Let's do it.
We'll bring you on stage. We'll bring you on
wow.
stage. We might bring you on stage,
Okay.
you know.
You heard it
We'll bring
here
you on stage
first.
to pop the balloon. Let's do
We'll
that.
do it on the stream, innit?
Ladies,
We'll do it. Yeah.
Ladies,
Crazy
Franza has
thingy.
accepted.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Crazy
Crazy
thingy.
things are happening on this podcast.
Crazy.
But wait, before like, where can people follow you on Twitch, Insta, TikTok?
Brazzaville, on all platforms, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and you'll be seeing me here quite often. So
Come on.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
resident
yeah,
Turkish. And by the
100%.
way, although he has a Congolese waist, he's not Congolese, or because a lot of people think Brazzaville. I thought as well that you were Congolese.
I'm
You're actually
Cape
not.
Verdean.
It's Cape Verdean. But wait,
Oh, that's why someone put in there earlier. I
Yeah.
said, is Congolese
Independence Day.
Independence
Yeah.
Day.
But shout out Congo, though.
Shout out
Was it
Congo,
today?
man.
Is it
Shout out
today?
Congo.
or-
it today?
I think it's
Someone
today,
put
or
that there's
yesterday.
today.
Happy Independence.
But can
our
you just tell us
Congolese
quickly
people.
how to pronounce your country's name? Because
Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde.
Cabo.
Cabo
Verde.
Capo Verde.
Cabo
Cabo
Verde.
Verde.
Cabo Verde.
Cabo
Cabo
Verde.
Verde.
He went there, innit? He went there. He went there.
Yeah, he
Been
went
there,
there.
Verde.
Yeah.
He's missed it.
Nice.
Do you like fresh fish from the beach? I said yes as well. Wow,
And I just need you to do, this is for us, yeah,
Enjoyment.
when we do our end of year, yeah. I need you to say, I'm on In My Opinion podcast and we're doing crazy things.
Yeah. I'm in my... English crazy. Hey. So I'm on In My Opinion podcast, and we're doing crazy thingy whatnot. Everything, topic, conversation was good. Yeah.
That was dope, bro.
But
That was
yeah,
dope.
man, definitely, man. It was a good one. But the time's even flying
Yeah,
by.
time's
Like I
flying.
said to you-
Whoa, it's almost midnight.
like I said to you, even just looking at the time,
Oh, Congo Independence today, by the way. Sorry, guys.
if
Congo
we
Independence.
could say, you know what, an
Congo.
hour, I could see it.
Same. Same. If I didn't have responsibilities.
Like I could literally sit here and chill. Like that's,
If I
but
didn't.
that's what you get when you gel and you see when you have the same kind of background story.
Yeah,
It's
we
always
relate.
you can relate.
And I know
you
there's so
what
many
mean?
other things we didn't get to unpack.
Yeah,
That's why we've got to come back.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Run
No,
this
we'll come
back.
back
Yeah,
for part
there's a
two,
lot.
man.
But make sure you follow his Twitch. He's going to bring us on Twitch.
Yeah,
so that we can also
definitely.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you come
I
back,
want
we're
to
gonna, go,
touch.
we're gonna go for a Pilates.
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 We're going to see Uzi
Damn.
in spandex.
Facts.
Uzi, you have to wear
apparently,
spandex.
apparently, it's not easy, you know.
I've seen.
Oh,
Apparently,
hard
it's
work.
not
I've seen.
easy. Pilates, you know.
I'm shook, bro. I'm ready.
So what
I'm
we'll
ready,
do,
though.
we'll get.
Ready
So
for the
we'll make a day
challenge.
out of it. We'll get. I'll come with a cameraman. I'll set everything up.
Yeah.
We'll find. I'm gonna start looking for Pilates places now.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then once we've done that, we can go to get some food. And you know where I want to go?
Where?
You know that restaurant where they swear in that when they're serving you?
Yeah, I've seen it. The rude women. Yeah, I've seen it.
rude women.
Bro, they actually so like, what the fuck do you want? And
like they'll tell you, what are you talking about? Your mate, your meal ain't come. Shut your mouth and sit down until it comes.
Silly cunt.
No way.
Silly cunt. Yeah, like
Can you swap back at them?
Yeah,
Everyone go get my fucking
bro, you
food.
could be sitting there, the other table's going mad.
Why do you keep doing it?
So we'll try and make it as entertaining.
That is a sick idea, bro.
So
when we come off camera, we're actually gonna choose a date and then we'll
we'll choose a day. And then we'll
Yo, someone said check your DMs.
check your DMs.
Check your
Yeah,
DMs.
that's when I want to marry you.
They're onto you.
Oh, he said there's a Pilates class.
In the same building we're filming at. Yeah,
Who's
Sunday
this
Studios.
network? Who's this SON network?
yeah, but have they got because you know there's two types.
I'm
There's
so dumb. I laugh.
just the normal one, and then you got
There's
the
one I know.
There's
There's
one
one.
The one
Form.
upstairs has got the
machines
machines.
and that.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
the
so
machines.
look, see,
Yeah, they got
So
the
we do it
machines.
here then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, cheers, SON.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we got to run.
guys. Yeah, man.
We love you guys. Thank you for
appreciate
locking
it, man.
in.
No need to
Yeah.
look further.
Please make sure you get tickets to the live show, Sunday 27th of July. Get your tickets. We'll be back on live the last Monday of every month, guys. Don't forget. And I promise you we're going to be on time. Till next time.
Peace.
Love, peace.
This guy said, I promise you. Bro. Promise.
I know.